Hello, everybody, and welcome to the grand finals of SEAriAUS Dota League. I have Justin and Chewy with me, and a couple of the founders.
Well, you say
Wait,
there's a
only
couple, but
Hans. Only
there's
Hans.
only Han. Yeah.
Tess
Okay,
went off to
really
watch
funny.
something else.
You want to watch football, which I would be watching if.
Fuck, man, I want to watch football now.
Yeah. Okay, but today we have something that's even better than football, arguably. We have
Yep,
the
it's Justin
finals.
eating a cheeseburger. Oh,
It's we
sorry.
have the
Wrong thing.
that's that's not even special. The finals, the SEAriAUS
Yeah.
Dota League 22, the second season, and what great finalists we have. We have Team Meow and Category 5, and for those of you who are not aware, not part of the server, this is why we have the pre-show. Get familiar with the teams, and yeah. So the game starts at
So,
9, but we'll do that's why we're coming on early. Introduce the players, introduce the strats, and yeah.
give the game a little bit more hype. It is the finals of season 2. I think it's been a very long, drawn out season that most of us have been waiting for. It's gone on a little bit longer than most of us would have expected, but I think that's just been building up to the hype as well, right, guys? So, just looking forward to both teams today. Both teams have performed really, really well throughout the entire playoffs. Team Mel going as the undisputed upper bracket champions and Category 5. Yes, maybe they've had a little hiccup dropping to the lower bracket, but they have been seamless in all the games in the lower bracket so far.
Yeah, I would like to quote a very dear mentor of mine: "Upper brackets for bitches."
Uh huh.
Yeah.
I hope that they do the tight TA strat. Just to bring it full circle.
I hope no one does tight TA. That's so boring. I
But
want to see
tight
someone.
TA, wait, but tight TA gives you everything. Team fight, towers, roach, push.
Let me just say that I think Category 5 might play Tide as support. They've been talking something about that. And it may be possible to see Tide TA in the safe lane.
Oh,
Hey, you know what?
okay, that'd be really funny though.
Personally, you know what? I'm a fan of tight support. I think it works. I think it simply works. Ravage is such a good spell, and like you're just this big beefy boy that secures the lane, and you
Alright,
can
Jen.
farm.
So without further ado, I think the viewers want to know, who are these teams? Let's get into the teams.
Alright, I'm back.
Alright.
Oh god damn, Hans is here. So yeah, Hans here, founder technically of the SEAriAUS Dota League. Do you want to say anything to our good lads?
You setting me up so easily.
Fuck. You know what? Shut the fuck up. Alright, Chewy.
Justin, please
Justin.
take us away with the sorry.
So we are looking at Team Meow's Category 5 in the finals. So Chewy, Justin, what do you guys think? Who's gonna take it? Who do you guys prefer?
No, who would win? A giant cat with lightning or a literal Category 5 thunderstorm?
I think Giant Cat wins.
I think so too. Okay, moving
Yeah.
on. The tournament format, if we could. Yeah. So
Right, let's go to the
obviously there
tournament
was,
format. Yep.
yeah, there was a few teams than we were used to, but because of that we had I would say a more exciting tournament. Every game, every series matters because for a lot of these teams, for some of these teams at least, it was do or die. Especially for the two teams that were made with the leftover players, but we see now Team Meow just tearing it through the upper bracket, and Cat 5 they did the lower bracket run. So we will see in the next few slides the story. Everyone likes a good story. The story of how they made it.
Right, and it's worth noting that at the beginning, first round, the top there, you see Category 5 versus Team Meow. Team Meow already won 2-0.
Yeah,
So this
that
is
game
them.
was it's revenge. It's revenge
Yeah,
time.
So is Team Mel gonna keep their spotless record through this entire playoff season, or is Cat 5 finally going to avenge their round 1 knockout? Oof. All right.
Right, let's take a look at Category 5 then, since we see them going through the bottom of the league table. Category 5.
Yeah, Category 5, obviously, we have FX on the carry position, very notorious for his Terrorblade we have Aya in the mid position, very notorious for
Playing it.
yeah. Yeah.
Moving on.
And my boy Le Universe, fuck it, we ball. Very notorious for the freaking level 30 Mars. How many people have a level 30 hero? Not many, I'll say, but he has one on the Mars. He's also like 25 on Magnus or some shit. Yeah, so there's certainly something to look forward to. We have Chaos. On the position 4, he does time to time like to bring out the Dawnbreaker position 4. So it could be something that, it could be a treat,
And not forgetting his entire, his Dazzle the other day when, against Team Cheeseburger McJustin Feet face. That Dazzle was highest
that
net
was
worth after 10
That was
minutes.
disgusting. That was
And
absolutely
it was a disgusting Dazzle. Yeah, no one could catch this Dazzle, and he was just like healing people off cooldown. It was absolutely abysmal to play against.
Was that like a carry dazzle or what?
Nah, it was a pause 4. It was a pause 4 Dazzle, just single-handedly just pissing the entire team off. Yeah.
It's like 10 minutes here at 5k net worth. I'm like, holy shit. This. Yeah, and of course we have MN. Chewy doesn't really like to talk about MN, but
Why?
he clipped you, bro, for like the whole laning stage.
Oh, that was hilarious though.
that was really damn funny. Yeah.
You know, I went to eat. Yeah, I went out to get some food while I was clipping. I was like, yeah, it's not happening, is it? So, yeah, moving on.
Yeah.
Okay,
some
let's...
of the breakdowns.
If you look at over here, we see Category 5's heroes, and they kind of did a chart on how they rank themselves, what they're good at, what they're not good at.
Yeah.
Take us through these charts.
So FX, obviously, as we mentioned earlier, really freaking good at Terrorblade. The guy just understands the hero's timings and farming patterns so well. He is a bit lacking on the communication, and that's not to say it's a bad thing. He's just generally a quiet person. Yeah, and we have Kraos, the captain, who is 10 nerd. What does that mean? So is he very smart or what?
He's saying he got like the the Megamind feel.
Oh shit.
Yeah. He's all about that Megamind shit, bro.
He has his own charts on how to, draft and shit. This guy is someone to watch out for. You won't see him, like, a lot of his impact is actually in the background. You don't see it.
Except
So
that one
watch
Dazzle
out.
game. Like, so it's not like he's just working in the background. The guy can play, so definitely something to look at. And moving on to Le Universe, who has Feet 7. Very interesting. Yeah.
Justin, as your former teammate, would you like to speak about that?
I don't. You can't die if you don't show up in team fights. So. All in good fun. Obviously, he's a fantastic player, but I think as we are noted by his captain, so the captains were tasked to sort of rank their own teammates. So maybe something that they know is something they have to work on. Yeah, and we see for Aya. Aya's one is really funny. So Screaming 10, Communication 7. Aya, what are your thoughts about Aya?
Very talkative, very chatty, but he has clearly the potential. I think Aya is a very special player in that sense where he can take over entire games on his own. Like at his peak, when nothing is stopping him, this guy can single-handedly 1v5, and that's like the potential that you always want to look out for with Aya in particular. Very flashy player, really good for morale when things are going really well too. So I think that's it can be a really fantastic teammate to have.
I think especially in the mid lane, maybe when both your side lanes are suffering, that Aya, he's a really solid laner. Most of the time he'll come out at worst even. So it's definitely a mid laner to look out for. And we see here MN cliffing 10. Yeah.
Yes.
Experience.
Speaking from personal experience, I'd like to thank MN for cliffing me because I was really hungry, so I could get some digestive cookies while like my courier was dead and I was waiting 2 minutes for the respawn for my TP. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're gonna take a look next at Team Meow, was it?
Yeah,
Team
look at
Meow.
Team Meow's team
Yeah.
profile. Average MMR of
Yeah.
4.4k.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Winners
4.4k.
bracket. Yeah.
Yeah, but completely unbeaten throughout the entire winners bracket. You know, what I would at least say for their team is that they are unique in that sense where, like, I think whenever I do interview their members, there is that bond there. There is that, that team spirit there towards them. You know, they've been playing together what seems like for ages already, and it seems that their communication is always on point. They trust their teammates. They always work together to try and find a solution to the end of the game. And I think that's really speaks to how they've performed through this upper bracket.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
one thing I like to mention as we look at, is that DP always goes for these like really early blink daggers on the heroes like Tiny, on the heroes like Park. You know, he gets one core item and he goes round, starts killing everyone on the map. And we we spoke about, someone who's working behind the scenes. I think Curse Terror really works behind the scenes, He's
Mm.
obviously the most high rank player on the position 5, but you know, when we look at Team Meow play, they work as a team, and I think that comes from having a strong voice at the back, position 5 player making mostly the right calls, but they're unbeaten. So what can I say? I think Curse Terror has been one of those sleeper MVPs.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And I think what Curse Terror gives you, especially as someone as IMMR, you become to expect all these big flashy plays or like them like destroying mid lane. But I think what Curse Terror has that a lot of the higher rank like that is so outstanding is that he's this quiet, very reliable laner and quite reliable player in the team fights. You know, he's always making the right decisions all the time. He's always setting up his carries and his team to have that platform for success. Yeah, it's absolutely like brilliant to watch him play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. And moving
Well,
on
go
to
to the spider charts for Team Meow.
yeah. So obviously, DP the captain filled this up. Curse Terror looking like the best player in the world right now, with tens across the board. Sometimes a few 8s and 9s, but I think both their supports ranked really highly. On Outlet and Curse Terror, they might be the best players in the world.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Pepe as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Pepe, yeah, Pepe, a solid, reliable offlaner too. This team just works well together. I can't explain it other way. They just have this synergy that I don't think I've seen the other teams have.
Yeah, they always seem to come in with a really clear game plan. Let's get an early blink dagger. Let's run around, kill people. Blink toss, blink ravage, whatever. And we see now Shadow being rated by his captain uselessness 10.
What?
So he's really good at laning. He's really good at fighting. He's really good at itemization and communication, but he's useless. I wonder what that
Mm,
means, guys.
okay.
And lastly for DP, he rated himself dog 10 and laning 4, which I think that's a little bit of an understatement. What do you think? Like his lanes, he granted he always has rushes, as I said earlier, rushes the blink dagger, runs around, kill people. Maybe laning is not something that this team are too focused on.
Yeah, I mean, if there's one other thing I noticed in the gameplay, when you look at especially Shadow, he's a lot more active than you would expect some carries. If you think about it infamously, like his Lycan carry, they hit that 20-minute timing, and most other carries, they're still kind of farming the second, third item by that 20-minute mark. Nah, Shadow is with the team, he's running at them, or if he's getting run at, the whole team just TPs in, and then just like they constantly keep this tempo that I think is very, very hard to pace with.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right, we're on a little bit of a tight schedule, so we have to move on. This is the
Look
side to
at
side
the
comparison of
side-to-side comparison. Yep. So Team Meow
Yeah.
and Team Cat 5 next to each other.
Yeah. I mean, so based on these like comfort picks, like, chat, just feel free to like, shout out your favorite teams who you're rooting for. And you know what? Justin has already promised that whoever wins, they get cheeseburger.
I have no idea
Thank you,
what you're
Justin.
talking
Yeah.
about.
It's great. It's great to have you sponsoring this. We're all very grateful.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, and so with the players aside, we want to bring you guys through the journey to the finals. And this was their first meeting, both games looked honestly, both games were like storms that didn't deserve to go 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think, Cat 5 maybe feeling a little bit of a disappointment. But Cat 5, they've been known as the comeback kings.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I remember, Team Cheeseburger. I remember I was watching the game and
sorry, you mean Team Cheeseburger McJustin Fit Face.
sorry, Team Cheeseburger by Justin Feetface. Yes, I distinctly remember that game, and I was like watching it from all the way in Malaysia because I was on holiday. And I remember watching that game one, and I was like thinking, okay, we've got megas, and like the whole 30 minutes, it seemed like okay, we are playing out really really well. Can't go wrong from
Wait.
here, right?
Wait, you were on holiday, you were playing, my friend.
I wasn't. I wasn't playing against them.
It says Oof Petrol Witch Doctor.
Oh no! Oh no! Sorry, I'm remembering something else. Yeah. Oh, that game sucked. Wait, the megas
Yeah,
come back.
yeah, we took. I remember I was watching this game. We took megas, but
Oh
we had
right,
no answer
yeah.
for the slug. The slug was just tearing us apart.
Oh yeah, this fucker was just dancing around the team. Like extremely impressive play once again from FX. And this was the very same game where Krios unveiled his pause 4 dazzle before our very eyes. And honestly, I did nothing. I could do nothing.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the nature of the heroes and the draft and how it worked. We see the next game where they played against the duo of us. I think this one was a little bit more impressive because I think either team could have won, but Cat 5 were just playing against Megas. It was so hard. You look here at the graph, win
Yeah.
probability at 90%. But surprisingly, goal state, somewhat even. So a lot of it is FX, 2 communication, but 10 farm.
Okay. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant.
And we have a short clip from that game, if Bugs may.
Yes, I'm gonna play it.
Yes.
Hold on,
And I
I'm
think
gonna
this was one of the turning fights. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
Rather
goes.
fortunately, yep. It seems that our teams. Oh,
Yeah, they're all in the lobby. We're late. Okay.
yeah.
All right. The clip comes to an end. I think we're all pretty much ready in the lobby. Let me just double check everything. Right. So, ready to go? Yeah, all good with me.
Yep. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our grand finals, game 1, to finally kick off. Justin, so I mean, we haven't seen the draft, we haven't seen anything, but just based on your own huge gut feeling, who do you think is gonna come out on top for game 1?
I think so. I spoke to Krios a lot in these 2 days, and from what I've heard, he has a lot of plans. He's cooking. He's mega mining the shit out of this, and I believe if he gets the heroes that he wants in the draft, Team Meow could look at the back, could be on the early back foot, just based on the draft. But we'll see. Obviously we want very competitive game, exciting game, feeds, throws, great plays from both sides, and I think it will happen.
Yeah, and I think like something that is a little bit forced. I guess it's a little bit forced thematically that I'm also thinking about is like you kind of have this like Cat 5 with Kraos behind it, and this guy who plans and looks and analyzes. And we've just been disconnected from the game. We need to reset the lobby. But yeah, I think we have this team where on one side, which plans, analyzes, looks at it from almost like academic point of view when they try and look at the games and how they draft, and then you have this team on Team Meow where they just go by pure intuition, pure feeling. And yeah,
We are in
with
the
that,
draft.
Yeah, finally, let's go.
Okay, so Cat 5, they managed to pick up first pick, courtesy of the coin toss, and I think this is really important because from what I've been seeing, first pick is really OP right now because of that second phase. They get the last pick of the second phase on 18. We'll see though how Team Meow manages to draft. And standard bans, the tree, the Sven, and Cat 5 taking out the early Phoenix that Outlet loves to play.
Yeah, we've seen that Phoenix single-handedly play either in the off lane or even in boss 4 and come up with such high net worth and just win team fights alone with like such great egg users like the heal and then the fire spirits. Just an unbelievably good hero in Outlet's hands.
Yeah,
But we
Chewy
see
is
them. Yeah.
unbelievably happy right now with the Rubik getting banned out.
Oh yes. You know what? But there's no Treant Protector, so you know what? All is good in the world.
Yeah, and we see the Brew banned out, so really strong meta offlaner right now. I'm not sure. Uni plays, yeah. So Uni plays Brew. And
Wait, he
yeah,
plays
the Magnus
Brew?
Yeah. Everyone plays Brew.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, we see a little bit of a targeted ban coming out. The last two bans from Magnus and Brew clearly going after Uni's hero pool.
Ooh, but they gave him Magnus. I'm stupid.
Wait,
He
what?
gave him Mars. Yes, Mars.
Oh, I mean, of course, Mars is a completely different hero in Univer's hands, but the last 1.5 years or so, I just seen the guy get constantly nerfed. So maybe that's something that they'd be willing. Oh, but look at what we have here. We have a first pick gyrocopter.
Yeah, Team Meow, so they decided to ban out the Magnus, give away the Gyro and the Nature's Prophet, let them both slip through, and they think, you know what, if you pick one, we'll pick the other. So
Yeah. What do you make of that gyro? I mean, personally, I would say that I'm not entirely a fan of first pick gyro. I think some of the nerfs have hit him a little bit hard that he's no longer this instant first pick hero. Obviously he's still incredibly strong, especially when he hits that timing, with that satanic BKB timing. But I think that there are ways to play around him, and I feel like this kind of forces Category 5 to draft entirely around this gyro.
yeah,
I
the problem
completely
I
agree.
have with the meta right now is that you think about the top heroes of the meta, the S tier carry heroes, Gyro, Sven, PA, and there are no A tier heroes, It's these three carry heroes and the rest. So if Cat 5 are able to get up, pick the Gyro up early, I think it's a good win for them. Obviously Chaos is cooking, so this certainly has to be part of the plans.
Yeah, I think they probably have to see how they want to draft around this gyro. But yeah, Venge is still open, and yeah, of course they pick Venge. Another one of the broken supports in the current meta. Venge is an unbelievably strong laner. The armor reduction goes really well with something that Nature's will look to pick up with that Medallion of Courage.
Team Meow have the minus armor strat coming in.
Yeah, and you know what? Swap. I think Swap honestly is still a pretty good spell against Gyro if it needs to go to there. Gyro it likes to get up in your face, but he doesn't want to be out of position away from his teammates without any help.
Oh, 100%. So the Gyro will be really vulnerable to the early Furion ganks, and in the mid game, we always think about Gyro being a really beefy carry that stands in front, shoots, but in the 15 to 20 minute mark, you don't really want your Gyro getting swapped up, as you see Cat 5 picking up another early core pick on the Pangolier.
I mean, it is yet another extremely meta pick. It's something that has been really popular in the recent Dream League tournaments. I think I heard a statistic that Pangolier has been first phase a large amount of times in the recent tournament, and it still holds a 60% win rate. It's an incredibly strong hero right now.
Oh, the Krail's Dazzle! Something
But
we've been talking out.
But I will have it known that X is still in the pool.
Yeah, and Dazzle doesn't really like to play against Venge because obviously the Grave has limited range, and if you can swap people out, things could look spicy for the person getting swapped out.
Yeah, but what we're seeing right now, I think, is both teams coming up with really strong lanes. Nature's Prophet, Venge, Dazzle, Pango, even Gyro, you could argue. All these heroes right now we have in our hands are really strong lanes that could, dictate the entire flow of the game by just winning one lane on their own.
Yeah, especially with the Pango, right? Ice Frog has nerfed the hero for 10 patches in a row, and pro
And it's
teams
still
are
strong.
saying, yeah, no cares. The hero is just so strong, I think
Yeah, I
that's one of
know.
the. That's the thing with heroes with 2 nukes that go into the mid lane. Even if it's a disadvantageous matchup, the hero can just shove out waves with both nukes, and then in the mid game, obviously, he rolls around, stuns people. It'll be really hard.
Mm.
Although they have Venge Swap against Pango, so you would think it's a joke, but no. I think if you are able to get the Pango out of position, try and save a hero out of getting chain stun from the Rolling Thunder, it could be
Yeah.
something to look at.
And I think this is actually really, really good cover because, one of the better heroes, I think, when you think about the lane matchup against Pangolier would be something like Templar Assassin. And Templar Assassin is really not viable right now with the Gyro and Dazzle. So I think they've covered their pick selection so far really, really well. All 3 heroes kind of complement each other. And yeah, I think the crazy thing about Pangolier is that even if he does have a bad lane, out comes a Bloodseeker. I was actually just about to mention it. Even if Pangolier doesn't have the best of lanes, he always has that Rolling Thunder to come in. But that is kind of debatable right now with the Rupture always on the lookout.
It's also really funny, right? Because you have the Rupture into Swap combo, dealing massive amounts of burst damage. Something to look at, but honestly, I think that's why Team Meow were using up so much of their reserve time. They were debating, do we want the Bloodseeker right now? Otherwise,
they're probably gonna ban it or snatch it, right?
Yeah, so obviously Shadow, fantastic carry player, plays every carry in the world. We will not be seeing the Lycan this game. We will, however, see the Bloodseeker into Pango matchup, which, historically completely sucks for Pango. Pango doesn't want to roll around, with the blood leaking out of his anus.
Oh, wait. How do you know it's the anus?
No, it's a Rupture, So how the spell works, a Bloodseeker shoves his massive cock inside the person's anus.
Wait. We're not looking. Wait.
Hold
on. We're not looking to get banned here. wait. Okay, Twitch, I'm sorry. Wait. Okay, so but we look at this pickup. We look at the Night Stalker coming in. I think he's recently not as meta as people once worked out to me, and I think that's partially because it is conceptually broken but hard to pull off. With the refresh cooldown whenever he uses his ultimate. But looking at the supports of Dazzle, I think Night Stalker, he has a target, he has that early blink, he silences the Dazzle and it's game over. Like, it's basically half your team fight gone.
Yeah,
it's a very, very good pickup.
Speaking of silencers, Pango hates playing against silencers, so really hits up play on the Night Stalker pickup. There are not a lot of off-laners that have, great lockdown and silencers. Maybe the other one maybe being Legion Commander. But we see Night Stalker now with the natural mobility with the Hunter in the night will easily be catching out the Dazzle and Pango.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great way to look after these 2 picks. You know what? I think that... is that off-lane tide or could they be looking at a support tide?
Right, so I'm not that big of a fan of the core tide into Bloodseeker just because eventually the Bloodseeker will pick up some form of pure damage to deal with the Tide Hunter. But the insider information is Krios has been cooking this position 5 Tide Hunter, and he's mentioned, repeatedly to me, Tide Hunter Gyro best lane in the world. So we'll see if he really is the best lane in the world. We'll see if, Krios has been cooking something nice or something real foul.
Yeah, and I think this actually is a really, really smart pickup. I think I mentioned before, I am a fan of Tide 5. And I think, as Tide 5, you don't necessarily buy a Blink Dagger. You kind of sit back and you hold on your Ravage. And this is what is going to protect the Dazzle or maybe even a Pangolier from being targeted by the Night Stalker silence. He's going to sit, he's going to stay out of vision. And then once they show their hand, a big Ravage comes in.
Right, yeah, because the Tide Hunter can always protect the Dazzle. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's going to be really hard for Night Stalker to play without BKB. We see now Cat 5, they know that Team Meow, they're missing a mid hero. So banning out the Park, which DP has been so proficient on. He has been in Accord.
Yeah.
Team Meow, they don't read the position 5 Tide Hunter, so they ban out 2 supports. Yeah.
Yeah. I think honestly what DP would... I think one thing that people would still want to be careful of, and I see potentially Team Meow picking up would be a Tiny. They're looking for this kind of pick-off gameplay, and Tiny, as has this great deal of burst damage that can take out any support, maybe even a gyro, or just this whole idea of them repositioning the enemy team. I think it's something that we could potentially see after this ban. What do you think?
Yeah, and I like the Tiny into the Pango because obviously Tiny with the level 1-3 just destroys every melee hero in lane. And it's not so easy for the Dazzle to save people against the Tiny jump.
Yeah. Oh, but I think Cat 5 might be in our comms because they've just banned Tiny.
Guys, can we get a mod check on this? Cause they can hear us and they are cooking.
You say you've been speaking to Krios recently. Are you still speaking to Krios?
No, what? Why?
Okay. Just needed to verify.
Nah. We're all about the integrity here.
Okay. But be that as it may, I still realize that there's a Dawnbreakers in the pool. And I think Dawnbreaker could be a really useful pickup right here, you know. You buff up the heals, especially with something with Dazzle. You have this really great response, global response. I mean, we look at Team Meow and they're looking for this like pick off galore. I think Dawnbreaker would be an excellent choice right here.
For Cat 5, yeah.
Yeah. You know, they're looking for an offlaner. Sorry?
Have you seen Dawnbreaker 4 stuff?
4 staff.
Yeah, because you have to
Yeah.
get away from the Night Stalker.
No,
It's
no,
so
no, no, no,
funny.
no, no. So you know how she does a fucking star hammer with the stun?
Yeah.
It works with blink. So you start swinging and then you blink and it stuns them straight away. But also
Oh.
force staff works as well, and it also means you also get an escape from the Night Stalker.
Right.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean-
I'm clearly not a Dawnbreaker player, and we see something similar in terms of, you know, the global presence and the annoying offlaners in the Spirit Breaker, but this could mean that
This could mean
the
a
tide-
Spirit Breaker 4, right?
Yeah, it could mean the tide is going 3. So not too
Yeah.
sure, but we'll see.
Okay, so who are you thinking of, at least for Team Meow, to pick up as their mid laner?
Oh, I'm not a
It
mid
feels like-
hero, but
Quap.
yeah, co-op right against Pango, that's standard.
Yeah.
Oh, and Lina,
Lina.
yeah, something
Um,
similar.
Okay, so I get it in some sense. In some sense, I don't get it. I mean, I understand this whole concept of you're gonna be really fast. You're gonna play. You know, Lina, Magic Lina nowadays likes to get this early bots timing. She has this huge burst potential, which matches up with that lineup. Unfortunately, I see Lina, this Magic Lina, having a little bit of difficulty. You know, you have the potential hacks from Dazzle. You have like this lockdown from Pangolier. You don't want to man up to a Gyrocopter, and like a Ravage will do you in. So I'm kind of a little bit confused about this pick. What do you think?
Same. I think it's gonna be really hard outlet because every swap would then have to be a defensive swap, and that's not how you want to play Venge. You know, you want to get in there, stop the enemy out, stun him, you know, burst him full to 0. But right now, if every fight your Lina is getting charged, I'm not too sure. How the
Yeah.
Lina gets to play this game. We'll see, obviously.
Yep.
Spirit Breaker also hates playing against Bloodseeker, with the charging around and, you know, the blood leaking from his you know where.
His mouth?
No, you know where.
His skin.
Yeah,
Let's just say skin.
Yeah, his skin. Yeah.
The skin from the Anus.
Yeah. Okay. So I think looking at this draft, I know it's kind of probably turned out not in the way that we've expected it to. I would personally say I think Cat 5 looks to have a slightly more cohesive draft, something that makes a little bit more sense. I think actually it might be a Spirit Breaker 5. I think it'll mesh really well with that gyro, you know what I'm saying? If he gets a stun and then maybe he chains you with one lucky bash with a rocket to your face.
Yeah, it's a double
That's-
stun lane, right? So it's always
Yeah.
good.
So I think that's actually a really reliable lane that I am not too sure that Night Stalker will be a fan of, especially in those first 5 minutes of daytime.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. But of course, you know, anything can happen in this game of Dota, and may the best team win.
Yeah. So Chewy, if you could, bring us through the introductions.
Okay, in case you've recently joined us, here are the team introductions, at least for Team Meow. We have Owlet on Venge, who was unfortunately denied of infamous Phoenix pick. Next up, we have the carry and Shadow, who has been performing so well throughout this entire series. Next up, we have the man himself, the man who represents Team Meow the best, and is only 15 years old, DP on Lina. Next up, we have Pepe as offlaner. On the offlane, the Night Stalker and Curse Terror, the ever reliable support on this Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, and you
Just-
see now on the dire side, smoked up, we have Uni. On the big fat watermelon Tide Hunter, we have MN. On the Spirit Breaker, will not be cliffing people that easily, although he still can with the bash. So, as we see now, they catch Shadow. He has to take charge early level 1, but Shadow looking to fall early. Branded Grace comes out, he's dead, he falls. Chaos getting the first hit. The first blood, excuse me. And good luck, have fun coming out.
Is this
Useful.
another? Could we potentially be looking at another Kraos Dazzle support as the highest net worth in the game?
Oh, and look at this bot lane, you know, you have Universe taking Gush level 1 and Kraos with the Blightstone, so man, the Bloodseeker, you know, he has like moderately high armor, so he will not be suffering as much compared to other carries, but still really dangerous.
So what do you think of the? Oh wait, we haven't even finished the introductions for Dire, have we?
Oh yes, of course, we have Aya on the mid lane Pangolier laning up against Lina. Not the easiest and most fun matchup. And we have FX on the OP Gyrocopter, and we have MN, you know, not on the traditional 5 hero, but he's on Spirit Breaker. His team got first blood. He's cooking. As
I
you
see
know,
it.
you know, bot lane, Shadow's taking so much rest from this freaking Dazzle, this Blightstone Dazzle. It's just, oh, you're just beating the shit out of him. And oh, they're going on Shadow. It's final poison touch. Uni comes in. Oh, Chaos falls to
He's diving
Owlet.
under tower.
Uni diving on the tower. Do they have the damage? Owlet comes in with the double kill. Bing, bing, bing. Stun.
The bait is real.
Yeah, the bait is
Yeah.
real.
That was so well played from Owlet. I mean, for a moment it looked like complete disaster for Meow, for Shadow. You know, 2 deaths in 2 minutes. You know, if that happens to me in my pubs, I type GGN.
Oh no, for sure. And now Unibird is having a really tough time because on the Radiant safe lane for Meow, both heroes are level 2, and you know, for Kraos and Uni, they're suffering. They're just level 1.
Yeah. I think this is actually a really good pickup now, you know. This Venge pick against Dazzle. You know, Dazzle is one of the hardest lanes to ever lane into with that stupid ass poison that refreshes upon every hit.
I
think-
think the stream is black. Could you have a look? Yeah. Just a little technical difficulty. Alright. Oh,
Look at that. Meow is still going after. He's getting covered off by the Dazzle. They will not pick up a kill.
Oh, they're fine.
Yeah, but this Venge is doing work, just beating into the Dazzle and the TIE Hunter.
Oh, the
but we
Venge.
see Owlet going
Good
down.
Oh, the big dig! And the stun on the Kraos! Kraos could potentially fall right here. He's silent start.
Oh.
And Uni suffering. This bot lane is not going as well as Cat 5 thought it would be.
That was just
Wow.
pure. That was pure outplay right there. Holy Caben.
I think Cat 5 just underestimating the power of this Venge right now with the early stun and damage, you know. He's a
Yeah.
universal hero, so even without the stun, hero chunks, you know.
Just, you know, I think that's what we were alluding to earlier, you know, that level of chemistry they have, you know, that stun into the blood, right, into the extra damage from the Wave of Terror. Just so cleanly and so well executed. Impressive stuff coming out from Team Meow.
Yeah, I want to bring you guys' attention to the mid lane. DP has completely eclipsed Aya in terms of last hits and denies. Obviously, we mentioned really rough lane for the Pango, and I think the matchup will turn once Pango hits 6, but
Yeah, but you know, DP is probably like he probably understands this and he's trying to maximize every ounce that he can get out of this matchup right now. You know,
yeah, if
try
you're
and get those.
Aya on the Pango, it doesn't feel good right now.
No, absolutely doesn't. Yeah, but you know what? Not all hope is lost. That Gyro is cooking. He has 16 last hits right now.
Yeah, but that's because it's daytime. Once, you know, Night Stalker, you know, he's a Daywalker and Night Stalker. You know what that means? He's a sexual
Daywalker
predator.
and a Night Stalker. Oh, okay. No. Justin, please don't project your own life onto the heroes that we're watching right now.
What life?
Never mind. So Oh, we see some action going on top.
Yeah, FX getting, suffering a little bit from the damage, but I think no one falls. FX could, but the Night Stalker doesn't have enough damage. I want to see the
Yeah.
Night Stalker pick up a early level and crippling fear level 4. I think that's what a lot of
Oh,
people do
yeah.
right now.
Top lane.
Yeah, top lane.
Oh,
FX comes through with the boom boom boom. But the real boom 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 is on MN. MN really needs to hit some boom right now, and by boom I mean bash. He's not doing the boom. MN, please.
unlucky.
Yeah, cause Terror he just TP's out. He's gonna be back in about 5 seconds, and FX he has to be really careful to not get caught up by the Furion. Although the Furion could TP bot actually.
But hey, you know what? It's nighttime. It's time to
Yeah,
cook.
Yep. Bot lane.
As I say, yeah, bot lane. Oh, Uni
Terra
falls?
TP's in, what?
Yeah.
And he falls. Ooh.
Cause Terror is listening to the comms right now.
Yeah.
But oh, top lane though. If you look at Pepe,
Yeah, they're not killing Night Stalker. They're not killing
Yeah.
Night Stalker.
it's nighttime, but you see MN now just getting right up into the face of Pepe, just denying all of this farm.
You know what? I think that was really, really good from Curse Terror as well, in the sense where he was observant enough in the map to look out for the dive in from Universe. But we kind of expected him to go to top lane and join this Night Stalker.
Yeah, a
Well,
little bit of a
absolutely not.
miscommunication from the Cat 5 sides. We see now they're going on Universe again. Universe, I don't think he falls, but they could turn on Outlet. The damage, it comes through. Yeah. But Shadow, he's chasing Uni. Uni gets out. He's a fat watermelon. Shadow has to be really careful. He's taking a lot of poison touch damage.
He has 26 charges. I reckon he'll be fine.
He will be fine though, but he certainly has to be careful. Oh, the stick comes out. Uni tanking.
Ooh.
Oh,
Early gang in coming in from Aya.
Yes.
He's level 6. He's looking.
Oh, DPS to TP in. Oh, Laguna Blade onto the fat watermelon. But Aya, he has to get out now. There are 3 people here. He cannot afford to get stunned. The stun comes through, but the swashbuckle. Aya, he gets out. Really heads up play.
Talk about fine margins right there, folks. Fine margins.
Oh, that would have been so bad for Cat 5. Aya falls, but he gets out with last minute swashbuckle. Beautiful play.
Oh, look at that. Both of the Radiant supports are coming in, looking to possibly pick up on that Wisdom Rune seal.
Yeah. They know. Universe knows.
But Cat 5 though, they know.
Oh, they're coming in! Oh, Wisdom Rune goes on to Curse Terror. But will he pay? He pays with his life, but that's a Wisdom Rune. MN though,
You know what?
MN really hits up play, he hits to the opposite one. So,
Yeah.
in terms of the Wisdom Runes, it's 1-1. So, nothing
Oh,
lost,
man.
nothing gained.
Well, you lost your nature support.
He'll be back, It's a reset,
Yeah. I think we've almost kind of seen Meow just picking out some solo XP over the mid lane. He really needs his 6 to start, at least surviving the ganks that were probably coming from Aya,
Yeah, speaking of resets, look at Universe down bottom. He's praying for a reset to this game right now because this man is suffering. He is the same level as this bench.
Yeah, I think Uni has had a really rough lane so far. He's died 3 times, all early levels. He still quite a ways to go from his Meteor Hammer.
And that's like no fault of his own. It's just how the hero works against Venge. Venge just
Yeah.
doing so much freaking damage.
And we see, Meow is gonna, Shadow is gonna slowly start to complete his phase boots, and he probably just start running down this type.
Oh my god, this Uni is just what they did the last 30 seconds. Every time stun is off cooldown, they just throw a blood right on top. Pure damage.
Yeah.
Slowly chipping Uni
Such
down.
great burst.
Yeah,
Mid lane.
staying a little bit too long. In mid lane, roll committed onto DP. DP falls, the tips comes out.
Yeah.
Will they catch an MN as the return kill? There's no swap coming out for the Venge. So Pepe, he could be
Night
a little
Stalker
bit of
is
a
in
trouble.
5. He's only 5.
He's only 5. Oh,
Oh.
beautiful stun coming out from MN. That's where the Bam Bam comes in, and it's so funny. On Cat 5, everyone is level 5.
Is that the magic number?
5. I hope they
Yes.
hit 6 soon, but because otherwise they'll be in a little bit of trouble. Curse Terror, he is in trouble. He is dead. They are both level
Yeah.
6 right now on Uni and MN. So
I think both of them kind of underestimating that. Oh, but look at that! FX falls!
Oh, FX falls to DP, but will they get returned? They don't. Aya can't play when Shadow is 6. Oh, they're looking. Oh, Star comes
Rupture
out.
onto-
Rupture onto Aya. Pepe comes in. Aya falls. Ravage comes out, but it's way too late. Uni, no! Not like this. Terra comes in, blood right on the floor, hitting no one because everyone is dead. Dead! And Uni, oh, he comes in Ravagers, and now he will pay with his life. 5 heroes top. Tips coming out onto Aya, the reverse tip.
Yeah.
This is what you love to see, you know. Tipping.
Yeah, oh my god. Are we starting to see the early ball out from Cat 5, you know, playing along with this Night Stalker timing? You know,
Yeah.
it's now... Yeah. It's now daytime, and I think... You know what, that was actually a really, really good heads-up spot from both Meow and DP. They realized that, you know what, they brought 4 heroes mid. They're gonna go up to the carriers alone. Oh, but
Aya
Outlet's out,
coming in
caught
though.
out.
Yeah, cut out position, but you know, it's a support. You want someone else.
And Spirit Breaker's
Terra-
chasing down Curse Terror.
Most likely gonna fall as well, but you know, it's 2 supports. Double kill for Aya. Aya really needed that. Look at the last hits, you look at the net worth. Aya not really feeling himself this game. And I think that's just a testament to how well DP is playing. He's so freaking rich.
Yeah, dude, look at that. He like one. I think the Dragon Slave just hit the Dazzle and took out half his HP. If he gets caught out by a stun, that's a dead Dazzle right there.
Yeah, but
Ooh,
Kraos knows.
He's
very
getting
smart.
charged. He's getting
He's getting
charged.
charged. Will he complete the charge? No way! He doesn't complete the charge courtesy of a Light Strike array. Terra comes in. Stun comes in from Outlet and they have to run away. And man, gets out with a
Big
sliver
man.
of HP.
Big man with some big outplays. That was really, really well worked from DP.
Fine.
Crazy stun. And see top lane.
Universe.
Universe going man to
fighting
man.
Shadow. And you know, it's not really a man-to-man fight because we see the fire coming out. From DP, obviously.
Oh,
And,
but this is really tough on Tidehunter right now. You know,
Yeah,
losing the matchup against a Bloodseeker is something you never really imagine on the. We never really imagine, at least before Maelstrom is finished.
yeah, I think the lane was supposed to be Bloodseeker favored, but Uni losing that lane so hard really hampered his game quite a bit. Obviously, he died. He doesn't have Ravage off cooldown, so it's not the worst, but you don't want to die. You know, you look at his item progression, it's completely stalled. He doesn't even have his hammer right now.
Do you reckon Universe should give up getting the meme hammer and go something else?
I think so. Maybe like
Yeah.
an aura or blink. As you see now, DP with the Invis rune looking for Aya. Oh, big double stun! The Light Strike already coming out from Aya.
Oh,
Last hit.
What?
It's not enough. It's enough. Oh. Outlet most likely will pay with his life, but what the hell?
hell, you know what? She doesn't care. You know what? You kill all of their mid laner and a force 4 to put behind, right in front of their face in the tier 2s.
Oh, that's crazy.
Take that any day.
Just Invis room walks in and then stuns 2 people, no cares. Aya randomly falls. As you see Kraos, he could get caught out by the stun. Okay.
But you know
No
what?
Laguna's
No,
blade.
no
Yeah.
Laguna blade. Yeah. Unfortunately, it was used on the Pangolier.
Yeah, unfortunate. Unfortunate for Pango.
Yeah. Dude, but you know what? Look, he has a 12-minute boost of travel and Aetherlands. This
Yeah,
DP.
that's crazy. I mean,
He's gonna be able to just play the map right now, you know, join into any other team fights. This
yeah,
is
speaking
a
of
really,
playing
really
the
fast
map,
tempo.
this bot side, they're committing spells onto Pepe, but Pepe, he's not falling. His teammates are coming in to save him. Terra first to arrive. Shadow, now! The Ravage onto Aya! And, oh, the meme hammer completely flops. Hits the tower, but no one is dying. Why is no one dying, Pepe? He still has 1 HP. He's gone. He has 0 HP. Charge coming out onto Terra. Terra will most likely fall. He falls.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
Category
Cat
5.
Yeah.
Cat 5 had a taste of that 5. You know what? Cat 5 had a taste of what 5-man grouping up on your safe lane tower was like. They decided to do it themselves.
Yeah, but the thing is, for Cat 5, because all the heroes have such long cooldowns, they get this tier 1 tower, obviously, of the fight, but for the next 2 minutes without Ravage, I don't think they can do anything. This lineup is so predicated upon Aya having his role, as well as Uni having Ravage.
I mean, roll is only like a minute long, but you know we've seen like the early glimpse of what it's like to have this Pangolier and like being targeted by Ravage. Sorry, not Ravage, Rupture. So I think in another world, you know, like Shadow will be looking out for that Rolling Thunder a little bit quicker. Just try and take the Pangolier completely out of the fight.
The thing is, I'm not sure if Cat 5 can take another engagement like that without Ravage. They could be thinking, you know, they're not that strong. It's clearly Team Meow's timing right now if Cat 5 don't have their ultis.
Yep. But you know what, we've seen like plenty of action in this first 15 minutes. You know, we have 27 kills, averaging like what, we're looking at 2 kills every minute.
Yeah, it's
Exciting
crazy game.
times.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
Yeah, exciting
And
times.
Uni, if you could get caught out, okay.
Nice.
Oh, he picks up the shield rune. He's unkillable.
Yeah. Well,
Something
it's gonna be night. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. It's gonna
Something
be
that you.
I didn't mention earlier was I really thought this was a really good use game for DP. Really good setup for the for his own stuff, and it's S tier item against Spirit Breaker. We'll see if he picks it up. I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
it doesn't seem to be the case right now. He's picking up the X, just wants to run in and kill people. Yeah,
What I will say is that
Cat 5
Cat 5
are so
have
scared.
no, but like look, they've defended their towers really well. That's why, you know, you were thinking. I mean, we were probably thinking that, you know, with how well the early game went for Team Meow, that they probably take an early tower or two. Look at that, all tier 1 still standing strong.
Yeah, I think this is actually, yeah, they were just probably waiting for night, right? So
Yeah.
okay, yeah, we see DP now TPing top. Wants to
Yeah.
play with Pepe, who's obviously strongest hero on the map right now, because it's night, obviously. Apart from
Yeah.
the Lina, yeah, they get the tier 1 top.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, and Cat5 can't fight. I think they really need the Ravage, which is coming on in very soon, 25 seconds.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah.
Oh man, what? Get up on out of here, cause Radiant just.
so you know, we're probably gonna look and see. Okay, they're pushing down mid tower.
I think Team Meow have to respond to this, right?
They
There's no
absolutely
way.
have to. Yeah, I think they can't afford to lose that mid tower. Oh, silence
There's
onto
no
the tide.
Ravage up yet. There's no Ravage. Rupture
Oh,
is being... Oh, the silence onto the Tide Hunter. He's not able to get Ravage up, but the Rupture was committed onto the Tide, so Aya, he gets to roll away
Yeah.
for free.
Yeah, but you know, Rolling Thunder is also committed. Aya steps forward yet again.
No! Oh, the
Still in the
silence,
vision.
it could. If it hits, it's over. Oh, the stun comes out. Aya most definitely did.
Yeah, and you know what? It's just a shame because Ravage is now up. But you know what? Great heads up play from Pepe. You know, and I think this is what we were saying. Like, with the Night Stalker, you have this like, you have this 9-second crippling fear
Yeah.
duration. You
It's
know,
an
you're not getting
undispellable
any spells.
silence. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not getting it. You're not getting away with that from that. Really smart play. You know, just to lock down the Tide Hunter, prevent the Ravage from coming in. You know, keep the entire team. You know. And I think just a little bit of a slight misplay from Aya. You know, he probably saw that double damage rune and stepped out a little bit too far for his own good.
Yeah. Who knows what could have happened if Uni was able to get off Ravage. Dota, you know, game with such fine margins, unable to get Ravage off, so because of that, him and Aya fall.
Yeah.
FX though, he has been quietly, you know, coming back. Oh well, he wasn't behind, but he's been quietly farming. Obviously, this is not his timing. He's a gyrocopter. He wants about 12 items before he can play the game.
Hey, but look at that. He has a Crystallis. He has an Aghanims. You know, he's starting work on his Satanic right now. And I'm telling you, like, a Satanic Gyrocopter is an unbelievably tanky and hard to kill hero. You know, it's just been farming, you know. And that's the FX way of playing a game, you know. Like, he would just quietly farm 20 minutes. Next thing you know, right, game's entirely in his hands. Okay. So, I think this is a little bit of a conundrum right now if you're a Team Meow, which is that you kind of have this fixed timing of night that you probably want to constantly play around. But you also don't want to give too much breathing room for this Gyrocopter to, you know, continue getting his third, fourth, fifth item. So how do you plan this out?
Hi, I'm back. Apologies there. I was getting mad ping spikes, but
Yeah.
I'm back hopefully. It's really weird. I think it's because it's raining and so, you know, power But I will be
Understandable.
back. I will be back. And no, I say that, but I'm not.
So are you back or not?
I'm about to come.
Okay, yeah. I think smoke on smoke action. Both teams looking for a fight. DP is big Ravage coming in. And Justin, are you in the call?
Yes, I am in the call, but I cannot reconnect to the game.
Oh no. Am I going to solo cast this like the voices in my head?
No, you can just stream for me, my brother in Christ.
Okay, I'm streaming.
Okay,
Sorry.
yes,
Sorry for
there's some stream on stream action here. Right now, as you
Yeah.
see, who dead from Team Meow? DP
Oh,
and
so
Chaos. I have no
yeah.
idea what happened, but I'm going to assume spells were cast and people were dead.
Yeah, sorry. I thought you were gonna do the play by plays, but apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. So we see DP getting a little bit caught out. You know, he was smoked, but unbeknownst to him, Category 5 were also smoked.
That's
But
a
real
lot of
quick-
smoking. And Team
Yeah.
Meow, they look like they want to hit back.
Yeah. I mean, Ravage is down. Gyrocopter ulti is down. Rolling Thunder is also down. There's no better time for a
DP
fight with it.
Oh, the stun doesn't connect. Uniburst, will he walk out? FX. Oh, and the smoke retreat. The smoke retreat. So smart.
Oh, they see Aya.
Oh, but the
Oh.
stun! No stuns connect! Silence coming out from Uni, but he doesn't have Ravage! Oh, big
Chaos
grave
coming
coming
out
out
with a big
from
save.
Universe. But FX, you can't run into the gyrocopter like that. The gyrocopter will tear you apart. Oh. Owlet! Oh! Speaking of tearing apart, DP tore FX apart. And you see the Rolling Thunder coming out now, just coming off cooldown. The tong tong tongs come away, but FX. MN fall? Aya, will he fall? Swashbuckles out to safety. Oh, that was a crazy chase. I thought that was really bad from Team Meow, but you know, eventually you throw enough stuns, one stun hits.
Yeah, I mean, looking at that fight, I think on the surface level, it looked like something that was really crazy. But what actually did probably happen was that, you know, credit to Pepe, he took one for the team. He went in, he dove in, and he separated this gyrocopter completely from the rest of the team. With the swap coming out on gyrocopter as well, completely isolated FX. And you know, gyrocopter does a lot of things, but he can't quite 1v4.
No, he really can't. As I am back into the game, guys. Holy based. Okay. Your top tier commentary continues.
Once again, apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen. Justin had to fix our problem with his cheeseburger.
No, my internet.
Your
There's
cheeseburger?
nothing,
Oh yeah.
there's nothing wrong with cheeseburger.
Hey, do you want to get a cheeseburger next week? There's this really good place at Bishan called Grub.
Okay.
Yes? Yes?
Okay.
No, trust me. The cheeseburgers there are really, really good.
Dude, recently I had this one at it was like Haji Lane. It was like, you know how like Northern Indian they have like tandoori chicken and stuff. There's this like
Oh,
really sick tandoori chicken burger.
okay.
Yeah,
I hear you. Yeah. I mean, I'm still a little bit more of like, you know, I like my beef on my chicken, than chicken, but you know what? That sounds fire.
Yeah, it's like they do it so well, so it's like crispy and juicy and shit.
Yeah. Okay, back to casting. So 20 minutes of action have back to casting. 20 minutes of action have been concluded so far. Both teams are look almost square in terms of net worth and kills. Could this be one of those games where, you know, a few errant buybacks and high ground fights and defenses just dictate the entire outcome of the game?
Oh, 100%. This looks like
This-
it could be the makings of a long game because everyone is so even right now. I think for Cat 5, they're just really waiting for the FX Gyro to hit critical mass. He's completed Satanic, so I
Oh.
really think he needs a BKB though, especially against the magic damage coming out from DP.
Yeah,
Which is-
I mean,
Yeah, nothing to scoff at. I mean, he got deleted the last fight.
Yeah. You know, I think for Team Meow as well, they're still kind of keeping the pace. They've turned a few what look to be bad fights, but I think if I'm on their team personally, I'd be thinking that I probably want to hasten the pace of the game a little bit more. I do not want to give this gyrocopter more fun for free. you know.
What is happening now on Team Meow is they're waiting for the BKB to come out on the Bloodseeker. I think that is their one key timing that's gonna come out soon. Night Stalker, BKB not so soon, but especially for Team Meow when you're playing against the Tidehunter Ravage, especially when you're playing against the Pangolin, Rolling Thunder, you really want these BKBs before you do any big moves, and I think they understand that now.
Yeah, true. I think that's something that I possibly overlooked as well. But given the pace of which Gyrocopter farms and when Bloodseeker
For
farms,
sure.
he could potentially be up to his like halfway through his BKB by the time like Bloodseeker takes his BKB, and if you're gonna plan it out, maybe they take a tier 2 on the top lane, but
Yeah,
after that,
speaking of BKBs, look at bot Roche. Roche is getting mauled, getting beat the shit out of,
yeah,
and he will fall. You see, okay, FX picks
very
it up.
smartly. Yep.
Yeah,
That's just
and
a
they don't
that's
lose
just
anything.
a free.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it's a
don't,
free
they don't
Roche.
even lose the tower. Completely
Yep.
free. Meow, Team Meow,
Ooh.
just they see Pepe. He's juicy. He's the tandoori chicken. Oh,
Ooh.
and the anchor coming out from the Unibus. Dead in the water, my friend. You are dead. Dead in the water.
That was really impressive from Cat 5. I mean, a little bit of a misplay from Team Meow, not spotting out that Roshan coming in. And then,
Yeah, and I think it was just a response to that because you know that Roche is bottom, you know they're all bottom, you can't afford to be farming like that, especially when no one from Cat 5 are showing. And I think this is a tier 2 based off of that Night Stalker death.
Yeah, I think this will be a tier 2. Well, we've seen Category 5 being like the absolute masters of coming back into a game. What do you think about Team Meow's chances?
I'm not so sure because I think Cat 5 play their best when they're against Megas. So if I was Cat 5, I would let Team Meow take all my racks before I start playing.
Okay. Have you considered going to coaching?
No. I think I would need to pay teams to coach them. Other than
Pay them?
them,
With
other than
cheeseburger?
that, no. But I think I would greatly reduce the efficiency and communication of a team.
Ooh, Team Meow
Speaking
spot
of
the Bengali mid
communication,
lane.
Yeah. Speaking of communication, the Pango is showing mid while all of Cat 5, their bot side, they know they can't take this fight. Yeah, and the lines are drawn out. Chaos, he knows. Guys, what the hell are we doing bot? Let's push top. They have 2 outer towers top. They could catch GP though if he's okay. He TPs out immediately. He's in the call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think they'd be looking for a fight right now, or would they rather just let this Gyro like Aghanims? Oh, sorry, Gyro Aegis time out? We do see. Yep. Oh, big silence coming out onto the Spirit Breaker.
Oh,
Stun onto him. He's getting chomped down by Pepe. Pepe is just having free food for lunch.
free
Oh,
food.
but free food, but no. But he gets out. Oh, he does
he's in
die.
the water.
Olympus comes back in. Wait, what's going on? Gyrocopter still
Wait.
showing bot.
Wait, they're all hiding. DP, they're all hiding. Oh, I don't think they want to take this fight now.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're so scared they can't really fight into the Ravage. Oh, but they smoke up. It's the fake back. Yeah, that area there was really hard for Team Meow to fight. They understood that. They're like, okay, let's just back up, smoke, and then we see our chances.
Yeah. Sorry, I completely missed like that fight coming in because I was just looking at Gyrocopter's items and he's opting for the Lincoln Sphere over BKB. What do you make of that?
Yeah, so I think it was something we mentioned earlier. The Gyro really doesn't enjoy getting swapped. We spoke about how the Venge had to use swap to save his allies, but that's not something he's always had to do. As we see Chaos now, just getting soloed by Pepe is something we also mentioned in the draft. He opted to pick up Blink over the BKB, so that was what
I think
allowed
that's
him
smart.
Yeah.
I think what was kind of missing from Team Meow thus far was this reliable form of initiation. A Night Stalker gives you that, clearly with that blink in, that 9-second silence.
Yeah, it's always really scary when you have a sexual predator blinking into your house.
Your family would know.
No, other people's family would know.
No, your family would know. Just from you.
just from me blinking into my house.
Yeah. No, not blinking, the sexual predator part.
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, DP, he's showing though on the map.
Yeah,
But-
his team is with him. He's
Yeah.
brave about this.
But yeah, obviously for Cat 5, they don't have global vision. Or else, I hope they don't. Otherwise, that would be cheating, and cheating is not nice.
But you know what? I really respect this out of category 5. They're taking it really, really smart. They're not gonna force any fights. They're not gonna force they're not gonna force bad fights. You know, they're not gonna try and push higher ground when it's not right. They're kind of like telling Team Meow, we have Ravage, we have all these spells that you don't want to fight into. And
Oh, yeah.
And you know
so
what?
bad though, because on the Cat 5 side, they have a freaking gyrocopter who is, I think, is about to hit critical mass, completing the
Exactly.
Lincoln Sphere.
yeah, no, so I think that's really, really smart, really disciplined gameplay from them, you know. Where it's like, you can't fight into us, and if you don't fight into us, we're gonna let this gyro farm until he can, you know, just take over the entire game.
Yeah, I think for Team Meow, the game like doesn't get any easier. We see obviously the net worth is even, but you're playing against a gyrocopter. I'm not so sure, you know.
Yeah. I mean, probably something that Shadow might be looking to pick up is probably like Skull Basher, some way to at least lock down this gyrocopter.
I was about to mention, the Bloodseeker doesn't have Axe yet, and then he picks up the point
Ooh.
booster. So
Yeah.
not only
Okay.
can they listen in on the comms, he can read my mind,
Okay.
which might be a good or bad thing, because if our itemization is the same, it could be bad for him.
Or maybe it's just the voices in your head.
So Shadow is speaking to me in my head.
Yes.
Alright, he is a Shadow after all.
To the people watching this cast, I don't apologize.
Honestly, why are you watching this cast? Go watch Dream League season finals, you know. I wish I was
Yeah.
watching Dream League season finals. Speaking of Dream League season finals, Pepe, he's getting called out. Aya, rolling thunder, beautiful rolling thunder, but he gets knocked out too. Oh no, he doesn't. Pepe. Oh, the frog, he falls. Pepe
Oh.
just getting called out, feeling a bit walky now that it's daytime. Speaking of walking, yeah, Outlet has to walk out of there. Well, I'm not sure how Team Meow fight now though, because you can't really fight into the Ravage, and the gyrocopter, he hits so freaking hard right now.
Yeah, I think, like, I mean, as you correctly pointed out, it's very
But the
hard.
game doesn't
Like,
get easier.
the game does not get easier from here. You know, you have this gyrocopter with a Lincoln Sphere with a Satanic, who's just gonna like start beating people down.
Speaking of use
Oh, Owler
pickups,
gets caught.
yeah, gets caught using himself, to buy a bit of time and space, but he will fall eventually, Owlet. And man bashes him, bam. And oh, they see Shadow farming the Ancients under the ward.
Uh-oh, he's gonna get
Oh,
caught
no.
out.
They see him, Shadow, 4-man, coming onto you. Bam,
Tips coming out.
Meteor Family T-tips coming out, most important. It's not the physical damage, but the mental damage. The mental damage that Shadow has felt right there, equivalent to 3 deaths.
Dead for 70 seconds. This is probably a lane of Rex, right?
They glyph on Team Meow, I believe. Oh no, they don't. Wait, what did they glyph? Oh, this is looking really bad. This is exactly as you said. It's a lane of Rex.
Yeah, I think this is probably a lane of Rex. And you know what? Ravage hasn't been used. Rolling Thunder is back off cooldown.
I think Cat5 should know that Bloodseeker doesn't have buyback because he showed the Aghanim Scepter.
Yep. I don't think there's much you do here, man. I mean, they can
Oh,
try and stop the deep push.
It's obviously really hard against the swap into Light Strike Array, but
Yep.
I think if Dazzle just plays really well, he has Blink 4 stuff, so he knows what his role is this game. He's a bitch.
Yeah.
He's gonna Blinking Grip and he's not even gonna 4-staff himself out, he's gonna 4-staff his carry out.
Yeah. But you know what? Credit to Team Meow. They've actually managed to hold on. Bloodseeker's back up.
It's the threat.
Yeah. I genuinely did almost think that it was a free lane or Rex coming in.
I think this is just a testament to how like Team Meow are thinking about this game, right? They know they don't have to force anything. They know the game will only get easier for Team Cat 5.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Smoke coming out. They're probably thinking that. I mean, both teams are probably eyeing up Roche. Unfortunately for them, we
It's
know
really
that
bad,
Roche
though,
is
because there's no easy way for FX to join this fight. Yeah, the fight starts and FX is struggling to get to his team. And oh my god, they're all taking the portal. What's going on? FX, he comes in. Pepe, he's just disarmed. Stun comes out. Onto FX.
Oh, FX
just
falls.
falls. He doesn't have BKB. Ravage comes out. Is it enough? Shadow falls.
Both
Pepe
carries have
falls.
fallen.
Oh, beautiful sword coming out from Outlet. But Aya, he just picks up Pepe at the back. Team Meow, it's a 3-on-4 situation. He kills that man. Oh, use, beautiful use coming out from Outlet, buying so much time. Universe falls to DP. Buyback coming out from Curse Terror. Stun comes out, misses on Aya. Will Aya get out? Swashbuckle in 1, 2. He gets out. Oh, and the Lincolns? Oh, there's so many Lincolns, but the stun. The stun goes through Lincoln's Light Strike Array. You can't block Light Strike Array.
Oh, what a fight that was.
That was a crazy fight.
You know what was really smart but really funny? Seeing Shadow just run past the gyrocopter and assaulting the TIE Hunter.
No, Shadow is like, okay, I can't, no, thank you.
Yeah, he's like, you know, it's like, fuck that shit. I'm not fighting this gyrocopter, and he's just sending it for the rest of the team.
He did a brother I don't want.
Yeah, but you know what? That was really smart. You know, fight did end up turning out in their favor.
Yeah.
But at the expense of a profit buyback that might not have
to
been.
contest Roche. I think this is really smart. We'll see if we get there in time though, because on Shadow's side, he's not there yet. He just respawned. Dead in the water is Curse Terror. Curse Terror, he just bought back. You don't want to die back. But Pepe, he just blinks in, causing all the disruptor in the world. And oh, DP! He just destroys Universe in a second. Watermelon, no thank you. Boy does not like to eat fruits. But FX, he casts ulti, but he can't hit anyone. Oh, Outlet falls. Oh, but the Rupture, it comes out. He has to stand and fight now, FX. FX, this is your time. Stand and fight, everyone. But he doesn't have flag. He's silenced. He can't use flag. Flag comes out now, but he's destroyed by DP. E-Blade comes out. Aya comes in late to the fight. No fault of his own, however. He just respawned, destroys Curse Terror. It's Tuesday DP now. He's playing cat and mouse. Haha, cat and mouse. Haha, with MN. You get it? Cat and mouse? Yeah. Cat and mouse.
So moving on to smarter conversations.
Like Pepe,
yes.
who is alone on an island right now.
Yeah. Oh, Spirit Breaker.
They don't have any catch. The Spirit Breaker is too far away.
Yeah, so I think DP, you know, we were a little bit suspect on the Lina pick earlier, but DP has been running this game. You know, single-handedly winning team fights, E-blading the right people, and just taking people apart. Absolutely fantastic play from DP.
It's crazy. Like, I see the Universe TIE Hunter, she just dies full to 0 from the Lina combo.
Yeah.
But
you know
the
what?
good thing for Cat 5 is they defend Roche. So,
Yeah.
Team Meow, obviously Shadow, he had to fall that fight. So not the greatest.
Yeah,
Obviously, he took the fight without BKB, so
yeah.
unfortunate maybe.
But something that is a little bit ominous that I think we've kind of looked at was how much time and effort it took just to kill FX, especially with the Grave coming out and the Lincoln Sphere. You know, it was just like 3-4 people just beating down on him, waiting for him to die.
Yeah, but the thing was that for FX, he lived so long, but he didn't do any damage because he was silenced. He couldn't flag cannon.
Yeah. And you know what? This Ethereal Blade is also coming out good.
You know,
Just
speaking
stop.
of magic damage from DP, I'm really wondering why FX isn't opting for a BKB right now. Okay, I say that and then he changes immediately.
Yeah. Of course he is.
Dude, I swear, these guys are listening.
Oh,
And
Cat
they're
5
listening
looks...
to me, which is not great.
They-
As you see that.
They're looking...
they're like, oh,
Oh,
the silence onto me!
silence! He
There's
can't
no
get his Ravage off!
coming out!
Oh, he still lives!
He's silence! Oh, he still lives, but Aya, he's coming in with the roll. Bong, 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 bong. DP, just dashing, beating hell.
Pepe
out of
loses his
Aya.
life. He does get the Aegis.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking so bad though. If they manage to catch the stragglers, they don't catch the
No.
stragglers. It's a complete win from Team Meow. I think you get the Aegis.
Yep.
And wow, that was such a clutch crippling fear because for Uni, he can't do anything. He needs like a BKB on a 4-star.
Yeah. Oi. Oh,
Oh,
they see
that's
Terra.
crazy. That's crazy.
Oh.
And then just going on on a little solo ride.
Hey. It's a free country.
Yeah, yeah.
Jeez, Radiant's courier just
Oh, I think Uni really needs something to play against the crippling fear right now. It's really owning him so hard right now.
Oh, but that sucks, man.
It feels bad, but like, what can you do? You know your job is
Yeah.
to blink Ravage. Look at your items.
Blade Mail. Okay.
Yeah, I actually like that pickup, especially against Lina, who likes to full to 0 you. You look at his items, he's going Dragon,
Dagon.
Dragon,
Dagon.
Dragon. It's really funny though, because Uni has less health than DP actually. So DP could still 100 to 0 him. He would be very low, but you know, DP could full to 0 him.
I mean, say what you want. Dagon actually is a really good item for stats.
It is actually, it is.
It's
a crazy
unironically
amount of stat.
yeah, it's a crazy stat item. I think you know what? Lina should become a universal hero.
What are you smoking?
Okay, I'm sorry. I feel like any hero that picks out a Dagon becomes universal.
Okay. So Dagon 5 buff. If you buy Dagon
Yeah.
5, you're universal.
Yes.
Yeah.
PA
Oh my
Dagon
god,
5?
oh my god, look at Cat 5's Tormentor.
What?
Look at Cat 5's Tormentor.
Oh, they're doing the trick. They're doing the trick. They're doing the tormentor trick.
Dude, no chaos, no, it doesn't work like that. No chaos, no, it doesn't work like that.
What? Wait, what do you mean? No! Chaos! No! What?
That's not. No.
Oh, this is gonna get clipped up, isn't it?
Yeah, so the how that trick works is you have to use bad juju because it reduces armor. So you use bad juju before you use Shadow Wave and your spells. I think he just forgot that. I think he just forgot to press bad juju, and in return he got bad juju. Oh my.
Funnily enough, I've
Just
only seen
died.
that being used on COD by COD ESO players.
No, but it's not about the items, it's about the spells. He's level 18, level 20, yeah. It's just a small misplay, and because he dies, his high ground is getting knocked down. We see the sword coming out. Oh, no, Aya, he's getting
he's
caught
stuck.
out.
He's
stuck.
Okay, he's stuck. He's still stuck. Help me, step brother.
Help me, step brother. Oh, they
Oh,
can smell
okay,
him, they
okay,
can smell him. Okay, he gets out. But this is a high ground defense from Cat 5 though. They have Blink, Ravage, and you know, all of the gyrocopter stuff, but it just looks like Team Meow. They're just tearing them a new one right now. They're not scared. They have BKBs. The gyrocopter, he doesn't have that much damage yet. Only a swift blink. He's still vulnerable because he doesn't have a BKB. My brother, where's the BKB? Sword comes out, you know. Oh, and the
Big
beautiful
Ravage.
Ravage. They catch DP, but there's no follow-up. Gyrocopter, my brother, where are you? They catch DP. DP comes out, blink, swift blink. Pepe comes in, BKB, crippling fear. But you're blinking into 5 heroes, my friend. He just falls to the power of FX.
Wee.
Oh,
What?
speaking of
Oh.
high ground holes, it's really hard to push into
Gyro.
Hunter, gyro. Yeah, it's
Tide Hunter, Gyro. How do you push into this?
yeah. You can never push. You have to take a fight. As you see now, this is a high ground push the other way. And
Oh my
the
god.
blink!
Oh my
my
god. Oh,
God.
that's his
Look at the
AGUs.
AGs.
Radiant's middle
It doesn't
Oh.
matter obviously, but you know it doesn't feel good.
Radiant is fortified their
Rupture coming on to FX, but Shadow, I don't think you can fight this. Even with the BKB, even with the Aghanim's. They're throwing everything onto FX right now. FX is immortal. I'm sorry I doubted you. You do not need the BKB. Just blink in and kill everyone.
And DP doesn't have buyback. DP has no buyback.
Yeah,
It's
DP
his
no
game.
buyback. Cause terror. No, it's not game. No way, no way. DP's about to come out in 30 seconds. I don't think Cat 5 will be able to take the throne in 30 seconds. Maybe another lane of Rex.
They're going for tier 4s.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're
the
going
glyph
for
comes
it,
out.
but yeah, Team Meow have glyph, so there's no way. Obviously, they force glyph, and it's not great, but DP is coming out in 10, so they could take, I think, both tier 4s, but nothing more than that. I think it was a mistake. They should have went for another lane of Rex. Yeah, because Cat 5, they don't get anything extra out of this. Shadow though, if he
Shadow is
falls, he'll
hexed
be
out.
absolutely. Oh, the cheese comes out. Yum 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 cheeseburger. Oh. Oh, stun coming out onto Moon. Moon does nothing. Dead in the water is Curse Terror. But FX, I don't think he wants to commit to his fight. Look at his positioning. Oh, he blink. Thing. Boom, 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 boom. He kills everyone. Shadow falls. DP. He's the only one left alive. And for Team Meow, only Shadow has buyback. He's forced to commit buyback. Smoked used. But it's 2v4. How do you defend this? It's crazy.
Oh, this Gyro has, we've seen it coming. He has reached that critical mass.
It's so hard for Team Meow's heroes to fight against the
Dude, he's
Gyrocopter
just
right now.
blinking into a Bloodseeker and just taking him out. How do you stop this?
Yeah, it's crazy. He doesn't.
Oh,
Oh, and the Ravage!
Ravage comes in.
He comes out. DP is getting caught.
This is a dead.
Yeah, in the water. He blades himself, but I don't think they're just dealing the inevitable. Oh, it dies. No buyback, DP. This is most likely going to be game. FX. He
Yeah,
knows.
this is game. Oh, this was a fantastic game one.
And Shadow, it's 1v4. It's not 1v5. You have a chance. But FX, he knows. He doesn't even have to try. It's always a good time. GG comes out. The Lincoln spheres are on the... Wait, what? Whose items are that? Wait. I thought those were like mentals of intelligence, but it's actually just Aya dropping all of his items because he's so happy to win.
If you put it like that. Okay, so what do you make of that game one?
That was crazy. I think Krios came into the game. I
They had a
felt
great
that
plan.
they executed the plan beautifully. I felt that they were behind for a bit of the game, especially when Night Stalker started making Night, and obviously DP on the Lina had a fantastic lane, had a fantastic game, despite losing, but they just weren't able to make use of their timing, I think.
Yeah. I think both teams still played very, very well, but I think, as you say, I agree. This kind of game was kind of decided by the draft. Personally,
Not just the draft, I think. So excuse me, but personally I felt that because for Krios and Cat 5, they came in knowing that, okay, we're gonna put all our eggs into the Gyrocopter basket. We're gonna wait for Gyrocopter to get fed and then we win. And they did exactly that. Team Meow had no answers for the first pick Gyrocopter.
Yeah. I don't think we saw any anyone putting any kind of like vessel or like maybe even buying up a Skadi against this Gyrocopter with a massive Satanic just coming in, buffing him up. And after a while, yeah, I think you're absolutely right. The Gyrocopter just hit his timings and at the 40-minute mark, and then from then the game was decided. Yeah.
I think for Team Meow, what I felt their answer was to the Gyro was the Lina actually. He had to buy BKB, but not really because you can always Satanic purge the E-Blade debuff. So that just so heads out. Instead of buying BKB, he buys Swift Blink, he understands his timing. Blinks in, kills everyone.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're
gonna take a short break.
Yes.
Alright, see you folks in a little bit and see you all for game 2. Let's hope it's half as entertaining as this one because this was a real treat to watch.
Yeah.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for game 2 of the final game of the season. We've just seen Category 5 take a 1-0 win over Team Meow. How do you think Team Meow is gonna respond to that?
With determination.
And
That's all.
okay, yeah. We kind of more or less see the same kind of draft bans coming out. You know, Team Meow blocking off that Sven and the Brewmaster. Cat 5 trying their best to also make sure that Phoenix does not fall into the hands of Outlet.
Yeah, and just want to mention something really quickly. We are casting on a 2-minute delay, but I see Snapping Turtle has just raided us with 64 viewers. So hello guys, this is the SEAriAUS Dota League.
Damn.
Yeah, it's as you can tell from the cast, SEAriAUS is the only serious part of the name. This is a complete shit show. From the caster's point at least, I think the games are crazy. As you see Team Meow now, they have banned out the gyro and Dazzle.
They kind of had enough of that. You know what? If I play against that gyro and that Dazzle, I'll be pissing myself right now.
Yeah, they're fucking done. But we see for Cat 5 now, they get the last ban of the face and the first pick. So they could potentially... Okay, I was about to say they could pick up the PA, but right now there are no sort of S tier carries in the pool. Okay, they pick up 3, which is crazy. It does leave Team Meow the option to pick up the Furion.
Or Timbersaw.
Oh yes, Timbersaw.
Yeah.
I think actually Timbersaw really fits the Team Meow playstyle, but we don't really see it.
I mean, I'm guessing it's possibly because the hero got dumpstered. Oh, Meow steal the Rubik.
Yeah,
I'm getting
this-
PTSD.
Yes, he's the Rubik against Trion.
Yo, wait. So like, if I don't see some cliff on cliff action, I'm gonna be pissed. This shit has to happen, man. Wait, was it in that scrim against Team Meow? Yes, right? Yeah,
No,
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, screaming against Team Meow, the Goon Squad versus Team Meow. What can you do?
I think these are like really standard bans. I actually have not seen DP play Invoker, so we saw Cat 5 banning out Invoker last game as well. So, and the Voice Spirit ban is so strange.
Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah, they ban out
DP has stolen Pangolier.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, might be a little bit of an oversight from them, or maybe FX is eyeing up a slug.
No, but Pangolia's not that good against tree because whenever you roll, you can just overgrowth. And
Yeah, true.
And roll sucks when you can't move.
He can always buy a Manta Style,
That's true. That's true actually.
you know.
So
So
universal hero, so stat items are obviously really good.
yep.
I think the more common counter is the Lotus Orb, so we'll see.
Yeah. Or oh,
Oh,
Creole. FX has his terribly.
guys. Kratos
Yes.
came in today and he's like, guys, here's the game plan. FX carry. Yeah, that's the game plan. FX carry.
Dude, whoever is playing pos 4 and off lane for Team Meow, I'm so sorry for you. This is an incredibly difficult lane. You know, you take Reflection and then you take the Vines and then you get Leech Seed and your hero can't move. You're too slow.
Oh
You
my
can't
God,
walk.
The Grimstroke like follow up is crazy.
Oh my god.
Because now you have like this burst damage coming out from the Inkswell.
Yeah. I was actually thinking something potential that we just saw in a DPC that is actually kind of an answer to Pangolier. Bane.
Oh yes, Bane actually.
Such a hard counter. Okay, yeah, the only sensible, I think, off-lane pick that was left for Team Meow to pick up, you know. At least she has a hammer to, you know, kind of escape this incredible, terribly Trian lane. Yeah.
Yeah, especially against a lane with like about 300 slow.
Yep.
Picking up an off lane with natural escape is very good. And the
Yep.
Dawnbreaker actually, I think early on, with the magic damage coming out from the hammer, will she can fight the Terrorblade, you know.
Yeah. All right. What other picks are you seeing rounding out the rest of these two drafts? You're kind of looking for a carry and a 5. I think you just probably need. Venge is still in the pool.
Yeah. So I think for Team Meow, they want to pick up their 5 here. Okay, Warlock.
Warlock. You know what? That's another really meta support right now.
Yeah, and it's also magic damage, which is traditionally very good against Terrorblade.
Yeah.
Obviously, a low HP, very high armor hero.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, with all those illusions, fatal bonds, landing a fatal bonds is not gonna be a problem.
Is it? I'm not too sure how that
I think
how
it's
the
based off a
what
chain.
the yeah I'm not sure how the synergy works. Maybe it's like good because wait, how no, you know, scratch that. How can it be good? You know, Fatal Bond sucks. What's ability in Dota right now, please?
What are you talking about? Fatal bonds is so good. You kill illusions, you get imps. Ooh,
Actually,
okay.
I like this Primal Grimstroke combo actually. It's
Yep.
very simple, right? You Inkspell
Yep.
the Primal, he runs in, and then when it comes down to the mid game fight, you always have the bond with the double bomb. So
Yeah,
there's
and it's a
gonna be
great
a lot
way.
of screaming, yeah, from IR.
Yeah, and it's
In the
a very
top
good
lane
way
in
of
the
locking
game.
down Pangolia as well, I'd say.
Oh yeah, of course. Once he gets
It's
to the BKB,
very,
he
very
can
good.
always
Yeah,
slam the Pango.
yeah, a very good way of locking down Pangolia.
Yeah, and for Team Meow, not so many BKB cancels, right? I'm only seeing this Dawnbreaker,
Dawnbreaker and Warlock.
Rubik when he steals Overgrowth.
And Warlock. Warlock stun. You know the rock.
Oh, yeah, I'm dumb. What? Wait, what am I? Wait, didn't this not that good for Primal game? I think.
10 seconds to pick
I
We'll see,
think it,
obviously.
yeah, we'll see. I think this game it's more. I mean, we're just looking at the drafts. It's about who gets the jump first. Whoever initiates the fight first or gets better vision will probably come out. Probably come out with the more favorably. I'd say.
I think what I'm seeing, what is speaking to me with the draft right now is that Team Meow, they are really sticking to that. Okay, we want to win the game by 30 minutes. We are gonna mid game you to death. And for Kraos and Cat 5, they want FX to carry full stop.
Yeah. I mean, this draft, like, I think they're still following that formula of we are going to have 4 heroes supporting that all-in on FX.
Yeah, and I mean it's not a bad strategy. They won last game.
Yeah. I mean, they're looking for probably a carry right now. They've banned out Drow. A little bit unorthodox, but I think Muerta could come in clutch here.
Yeah, I was about that's like 100%. I was about to mention that Cat 5 actually have to ban out Muerta here because I'm not seeing any Muerta counters, if I may say so. Not a lot of like single target lockdown. You know, coming out from the Primal Beast obviously, but we have so many BKB piercing stuns. Okay, Ursa ban out. It's about the same thing. Not as good against the Terrorblade, but
Yeah, but you know, like I still fancy Muerta as one of those hyper carries that, you know, if she gets BKB, Daedalus, Shadowblade or whatsoever, or like Silver Edge and like maybe even a Skadi, she can solo games on her own. Okay, they opt for the Queen of Pain mid, so it's actually a offlane primal all this while.
yeah, offlane Primal and we see Team Meow, they could pick up the Lycan. I'm not too sure if
yeah.
it's good, but they could.
I think Lycan kind of puts a very hard timer, but I think I would personally favor the Muerta a little bit more just because I mean she obviously has less tower taking potential, but you have a Warlock to do that for you, and I think that magic damage coming in is just gonna completely fuck the Terrorblade and the Primal Beast.
The thing is, I'm not too sure if you know, we talk about Team Meow being such a mid-game focused team. I'm not too sure if Muerta fits into the strat,
That
the
more-
timings of what they
yeah.
want to do. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean we could potentially see a Lycan carry. But
Obviously, it's a very good hero though because you have a silence against Quap, you have silence against Primal, so. And it's a long range sort of like disable, so you can catch Primal out, you can catch Quap out.
yeah.
Oh, they pick up TA, no tide though. So
Okay. I think TA is pretty good. You know,
oh my
heavy
god,
damage.
oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
What? That Terrorblade skin?
It's a Universe and Chaos. They swapped roles. So
Oh
I mean,
wow.
I hope they swap roles and it's not Grimstroke 3.
What if it is Grimstroke 3? What do you have against Grimstroke 3?
I'm not too sure what you do when the dawn is coming for you.
Okay, I have this great idea. You want to hear it?
Okay.
You run away.
Oh shit! Wait, that's
Yeah.
actually goated.
Yeah, you put the Inkswell and you run away. Have you ever thought about that? Just kidding, you don't think, right?
No, it's really hard. I think the TA last pick is a little bit sus into the Primal Beast, the way Refraction works, but at the same time,
Yeah.
Primal is a really low armor hero. He has a lot of health, not a lot of armor. So depending on how the lane goes, the TA could eat this Primal for breakfast.
Yeah. I guess in some sense, you don't really see a lot of damage over time coming out from category 5. I mean, what you probably have is maybe at most Queen of Pain's
They have,
dagger.
no, they have Fatal Bonds. So
No, for the TA.
oh, I'm dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100% right.
Yeah. You don't really have that, that damage over time, and Trian doesn't really want to walk up to TA and like put a lead seat on. So this could be actually a fairly good refraction game.
Yeah. Thing is, because TA is such a high burst hero, high physical burst hero, and for Cat 5 they don't have heroes with high armor apart from the TB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you think they're gonna address this Terrorblade?
The TA needs to pick up the
Daedalus.
Witch Blade upgrade. What is that? What is that called? Revenant's
Brooch.
Yeah. So once
Revenant's
TA
what?
gets Revenant's Brooch.
Okay, never mind. I don't ever recall seeing a TA picking up a Revenant's Brooch.
I think against
On my
TB
life.
is against TB is just a really good item, but we'll see.
Oh, but
Because
like,
the
but
magic
picking
damage
that up.
just tears in, yeah.
No,
It
but
just sucks against the other heroes lah.
yeah, it sucks for TA in general. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. But I mean,
think
if push comes to shove, if TB is the only problem, there are always answers in the game.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. But they need a type, man. They need type.
Yeah, it's a real shame we don't have the tight TA coming out. As everyone, it's also perfect time to do the player introductions on Team Meow. We have DP coming in with the Pangolier Shadow coming in on the TA, something we've talked about really extensively the past 2 minutes or so. We have Pepe. I can't click on Pepe. Wait, what's this? Okay, we have Pepe, who played position 3 last game, now relegated to the 5 role, as we have Curse Terror going on what I assume is the position 3 Dawnbreaker, and for Owlet, the Rubik, good hero. And for Cat 5, we have Aya on the mid lane, Queen of Pain. She will be screaming. It's so funny, he picked like a screaming hero last game, and this game he picks another screaming hero. FX on the TB, signature hero, Uniburst on the Grimstroke, MM on 3, and Kraos on the offlane primal. So a few swaps in the roles coming in.
Yeah. So coming out the draft, who are you kind of fancying a little bit more?
You know what? I was when I first saw the TA, I wasn't really a believer, but now that I actually sit down and think about it, it looks like Cat 5 could have some TA problems if the TA is able to get, early Blink, BKB Desolator. The game, I think, is completely up to FX actually.
Yeah, okay. I mean, my personal thoughts is that who's playing offlane again?
For the
Curse Terror. Yeah, Curse Terror and Owlet. They need to survive that. They need to survive that safe lane.
I don't think I don't think they can survive. I think they have to actually own the TB and push him out of the lane because you're playing such a high kill threat lane with the Rubik and the Dawnbreaker. You have to
But you're
maximize
not.
the potential of your heroes and try your best to push the TB out of lane because end of the day, TB has a really low HP pool and you have the hammer damage.
Yeah, but you know there is a Trian.
All right, Morty, the game's about to
Ah
start.
man, the Trian will do Trian things.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just more of this, like, you know, there's slow on slows. So I don't, and heals coming out from this Trian. I think this safe lane is, it looks impeccable on paper. But I
Yeah.
could be very wrong because I'm Crusader.
Nah. I think it's really important that Owlet doesn't get caught out by the slows that you mentioned because for Costera he has natural escape. Rubik obviously doesn't, so
Yeah.
we'll
The
see.
only thing Rubik can do is cliff you.
That's like a stun forever.
Mhm.
Oh my god, the Trian bought all of Venom. This is
Oh my god. Well,
so
then
if
yeah,
Owlet gets caught, he's just straight up dead. He can never like
run away.
he can never approach aggressively. He has to this top lane for Owlet is gonna be really tough.
Yeah, and I think, you know what, this lane is gonna be decided by his level 1 interaction.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
As all Trian protector lanes goes. MN chooses to Leech Seed Costera. Not the worst, obviously, because it does a lot of damage, but I don't think that's the ideal target. We saw Owlet really getting like really far up ahead. A little out of position, if I may say so myself.
Oh, she was taking a bottle.
Yeah, but look at MN now, he's like half health. he actually can't walk up.
Yeah. Oh, he's coming in from the back though.
Oh,
Reflection.
Reflection coming
Leech
in,
Seed.
but the Zap coming in. I don't think anyone dies. The slows coming out from MN, it's not enough. Yeah, no one
Nah.
dies.
That Rubik how to say it, damage reduction got a huge nerf. So I think that's what kind of makes this lane a little bit more in favor of Trian as well.
Yeah, but 5% on Trian is actually a lot. Because he has so much base damage. It's crazy.
It's like 8 damage, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But I think after the reflection they can go top, I think. If the hammer lands on MN. Probably thinking, they think against it because he's level 2. But MN, he steps out! Oh, MN, he falls! Feeding up first blood. Owlet could fall. FX forced to pop Metamorphosis. He hits. He needs one more hit. No, Owlet! That's the wrong way. He jukes. Oh, the reflection. Surely he falls.
Oh!
But
Fairy
the
Fire save!
Fire. Beautiful. And he
Denied.
gets his
Oh. Okay, so it might not be going to plan.
Yeah, I think that's
you
what I
kind
was
of-
talking about because, the Dawnbreaker at the end of the day is still a really strong hero. It does so much freaking damage. FX forced to pop Metamorphosis and he doesn't get a kill.
Well, over on the mid, you know, Aya is having a much better time this round, you know, leading in the last hit charts against DP.
Yeah, that's because he's playing Queen of Pain.
Yeah. Obviously, right?
Yeah. But it's one of those things where like once DP hits 6, the lane doesn't get easier actually because Aya will always have blink to blink out of black spots. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But you know what? Yeah, I think.
The lane is actually like more or less even. It's just the regen is going in the way of Aya based on how the hero works.
Tiger's carrier just got killed.
But I think this top lane that we've been focusing on is so critical.
Speaking of top lane, look at bot lane. Shadow is getting beat up by these primal beasts.
Oh!
The Meow. Oh,
They can't get him.
yeah, they can't get him, and Unibus pays with his life, falling to Pepe.
Oh. Meow just coming right off cooldown in the nick of time.
Yeah. Chaos is still full health though. He can still go. Oh, and Shadow, he doesn't have Meow now.
He got one
Oh.
refraction. Yeah.
Refraction, but it's not enough. Chaos now, he has to be really careful.
Okay, wait, I was wrong about the damage over time.
Oh my god, that's crazy! Chaos!
Oh!
Not like that!
Unbelievable.
Chaos just feeling himself a bit too much, going for the Shadow kill. Should have went for the Pepe kill, but Shadow, he just turns. Mel's hits him once, and then The Primal, like I said earlier, really low damage hero, low armor hero, excuse me.
I think twice we've seen like, you know, this offlane duo kind of getting Juke McJuke faced out.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
really
but Aula is
unfortunate.
getting just punched down to death by the Treant Protector. Yeah.
Yeah, Aula
Slows
has
on
to
slows
be
on slow.
a lot more careful with his positioning. He has to rush the boots now.
Dude, but this is
Oh,
crazy. It's a Treant with boots and Orb of Venom.
Yeah,
Oh, but they're going it. Pepe looks like he's in trouble.
Pepe is fine, you know, it's a reset. It's really important that Shadow gets this. Okay, yeah, gets the
Yeah.
return. Picks up a bounty rune for his efforts, you know, helping out his team, my man Shadow.
Yeah. So far, the laning stage looks pretty much all square.
Yeah, and I don't think any team will get a huge power spike in the next 2 to 3 minutes in terms of the lanes. As I say that, you know, Chaos is just obliterating Shadow with the trample.
Yeah, I was wrong about this damage over time. Yeah, I completely forgot there's trampled, which just destroys reflection.
Yeah. Trample destroys refraction, but at the same time, Shadow on the TA can fight back with the meld. So it's a really volatile lane lah. It's both lanes could die.
Yeah.
Oh, the cliff! Oh, the cliff!
It's Cliff! It's Cliff! Okay,
No,
okay.
but Emma
He
has
has
the
TP
TP.
here. He has TP. He has TP.
Oh my lord. Oh, Owlet, he knows he's dead. He's just gonna waste as much time as possible.
Cliff McCliffis.
Yeah, I think it will reach the point where both offlaners will be able to force the safe laners out.
Yeah, and you know what?
Yeah,
both carries are completely fine, you know, staying in the jungle, you know, just farming it out a little bit.
Actually,
TA and
the
Terrorblade.
TA is completely fine with that. TA and Terrorblade, obviously. He makes men, so the men will farm the jungle.
Why not woman?
He's a male.
How do you know? Have you verified it?
Yeah, I asked him.
Oh, you asked him.
Yeah, I asked him.
Yeah,
Speaking
you asked
about
him if he's a
asking
male.
things, MN commits spells onto Curse Terror. Leech Seed coming out. Oh yeah, but the vines they were not great. Gets to walk away. And that was really big actually, cause Terror he didn't have enough mana for Celestial Hammer.
Looking over at bot, Kraos is diving under the tower yet again.
Yeah, this guy's crazy, man. And now Universe he might pay Cyblades. Oh, okay.
Good dodge, good dodge.
I really like PSI Blitz.
Side blades.
No, PSI Blitz.
Okay, what does PSI stand for?
Penis Surgery Insertion.
Ah, and what's the unit of measurement that PSI measures? What does it measure exactly? What's a PSI?
Like pounds per square inch?
Oh my god, you're stupid.
What are you talking about?
Never mind.
What? Yeah, then you're not gonna explain? What is this?
I'm not going to explain because you don't deserve it.
What?
Okay, look at the top. They're going in on FX.
No, FX
Oh, but
is
because
fine.
they're...
Thunder,
No, he's
Thunder!
not.
Oh, yo.
Oh,
Oh, yo.
Thunder makes Thunder face. TP in from Kraos.
TP back, TP face! And the raw face, he doesn't have 6 yet. He's gonna trample, but Curse Terror, he just falls.
Oh, big up Thunder. So close, so close.
FX, he just hit 6 right now. And I don't know, I mean, if you're Curse Terror, you should know that FX is 6. He will be holding a point in that Thunder if he needs it.
He probably thought he had enough time with the stun to just kill him off, didn't he?
Yeah, for sure, but I mean, it's just hard. You don't have like an instant stun, you know. Dawnbreaker has to like swing his hammer and then douche. Takes a while.
Yeah. I think one thing that at least going into the mid game now is that I think Team Meow must find a way to try and lock down this Queen of Pain. There isn't really a reliable stun that they currently
Yeah.
have, you know.
It's one of those games where okay, let's say Cat 5 loses, right? The Quap could have 0 deaths.
Mm.
Yeah.
I want to shoot myself.
Why?
I'm gonna get curry puff.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna munch on this poisson that I have right in front of me right here. So guys, what's your favorite gaming snack? Personally, I'm not a huge snack guy, but I really like when I play Dota, I always have green tea with me. Yeah, just drop your favorite gaming snacks in Twitch chat. I'll see them in when the delay hits.
Did I ever mention how much I love curry puffs?
No, Chewy, what's your favorite like gaming snack?
Grapes.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. I was just telling to chat like I really like to have green tea with me when I play Dota.
Why?
I don't know. It's just habit, I guess.
Tea is supposed to have a calming effect, but you never seem calm.
No. Imagine what will happen if I don't have green tea. As speaking of calming, Shadow forced to be relegated into the fountain. Very calm right now, or not, depending on who you ask. But DP is coming in with the roll. Bong 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 bong. We already catch MN. I think MN falls. Yeah, lift onto him. Oh, Aya. Yeah, he has to bring it. Yeah, so there's no way they catch Aya this game. Shadow falls and they trade 2 supports, but I think that's well worth it for Cat 5. Cat 5 are really happy right now. And I don't think DP wanted to make that rotation, it's just sort of forced because his carry was getting dove, and then now he misses out on a lot of farm. Aya gets to catch up. Obviously, Aya had to rotate as well, but Aya didn't commit as TP. Speaking of TPs and committing things, Curse Terror falls bot, and it looks like Owlet, she will fall as well. Stroke of Fate, he misses!
Jukes!
Man, Juke
Oh.
face! Oh!
You know what?
That's
He
a
still
trade,
gets
that's
to
a
pick up.
trade.
Yeah, you know what? He still picks up a kill on the burst.
Yeah, Curse Terror
Well
falls,
worth
which is
it.
not great, but could have been worse for them. But all this is just space for FX. I mean, we talked about how he's such a great Terrabit player. He has
Yeah.
Midas. He has
Wait,
Treads
what?
Midas.
What?
He has... Oh my gosh.
No, SM. I'm like, holy shit.
He's so rich right now. He has
Dude,
Treads
terribly.
Midas eh. Wow, what is
Dude,
this?
10 minutes threats Midas. 76 last hits in 10 minutes. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
This guy, he knows how to play TV, man.
This is a best of 5, right?
No, this is the best of 3.
Best of 3?
So, yeah, it's do or die for Team Meow right now.
Oh, okay, if it's a best of, since this is a best of 3, it's really not looking good for them, is it?
Yeah, they... How do you think, like, Team Meow wins the games, yeah? Because I'm looking at the TV and I'm, like, thinking... If they, like, the game remains status quo for another 15 minutes, the TV's gonna come out of the jungle and, like, just beat your ass.
Well, there's certainly a way for them to win, but I can't say on Twitch chat.
Oh, right, that way.
Yeah, that's the way to win.
Man.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're actually not. Yeah, but for Team Meow, they really have to... I think DP has to really start playing with his team. I know he wants his diffuser, but it can't be like Shadow leading and making the moves. He is your position 1 after all, and just doesn't feel good, right? And look at bot side, the FX is just... It's like, okay, I meta,
There is an
I keep
overgrowth.
power. There is overgrowth, but where's the tree? Oh, the trample destroys Pepe, beats him to death, and now Owlet looks at him and, oh wow, the soulbind. Rubik falls, Curse Terror. Most likely will fall, but DP shows up. He has to Sunder. FX, Sunder, yes! FX, he's alone. Kraos is here. But look at Aya. Aya's not even showing up. Aya is just farming. Oh,
Happy
beautiful
and farming,
initial
you know?
coming up. Yeah, Kraos just coming in. He comes
Oh.
in and dies! What a feat! Oh, just...
FX saw that and was like, yeah, nah.
Yeah, he saw Chaos going and he's like,
Yeah, you're on your own,
farm.
buddy. Yeah.
this is the communication tool coming into play, I think. Just a little bit of a miscommunication. I'm pretty sure like Chaos thought, okay, my TB is here, we can go in. It was kind of the opposite, unfortunately.
Yeah. Let's look at the win probability. Oh, right now it's still in favor of category 5.
Yeah, that's cause they have a TV problem.
Yeah.
And the TV hasn't even come online.
Oh my god. Dude, he's about to finish up his Dragonlance any minute now.
Oh my god,
This
that's
is
crazy.
insane. This is insane.
I think
This
if
is a
anything, Cat 5 are sort of forced to play 4v5 in the sense that when TV doesn't have meta, he doesn't really want to join like these pushers, right? And
Oh come on,
Chaos, yeah, they get MN who gets caught out.
Oh, Owlet's caught out.
Though, yeah. Oh, but a big save coming out and the raw
Oh, Rock coming out. Oh,
coming out. Aya, he gets the blink, but he falls. The DP, he runs on, catches him.
okay.
Universe
Aya
from the
falls.
back though. Solo queuing Outlet. But I think Universe plays with his life. No way he gets out of this. Yeah.
They're keeping their eyes on Kratos.
Kratos though. My brother, what are you doing? Oh, DP.
Yeah, they don't-
He
yeah,
got out. Oh, DP.
Overgrowth.
Overgrowth comes out. But they don't have enough damage. I mean, FX, he doesn't want to join this fight. He doesn't have meta. And DP, look at the net worth. A hit on net worth right now. Double kill.
Yep.
And that's, I think this is how they win. They take advantage of their timing, which is, you know, right now.
Yep. You know what? And Shadow didn't have to join that fight at all. You know, he's just happy farming it up,
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
close to his Desolator.
Yeah, he won't be forced to join this fight though. Although I wouldn't really call this a fight.
He's dead.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. Just getting caught out. And yeah, FX, he gets the tier 1 tower. Oh, FX is playing so well I think this game because he bought Midas, but he understands that okay, my hero is really strong at pushing tier 1 towers. He has the Dragonlance completed, Metamorphosis is level 4. With meta, I think FX strongest hero right now.
Yep, absolutely. Like, yeah, I mean, you're right. They generally do have a Terrorblade problem on their hands.
Yeah.
You know, there's almost.
Aya though, he could fall to DP. Solo, okay, he gets the last minute blink out. That's so funny.
Yeah, certified bro
Aya-
moment.
Aya really flirting with death right there and getting out of it. It's just so
Well,
hard
Cat
because
5.
I
yeah.
think that Team Meow really have to ramp up the pace, but like you look at
How?
the TA, yeah, she really wants the Desolator. She's really close, but you know, obviously she doesn't have it. I think the game is a lot of the game will be on DP right now. Control the pace. And
Yeah.
you know what? He's getting Manta. What the damn hell?
What? The Terrorblade?
No,
Yeah.
no, the Tango. You're
Oh.
right. Dude, what the
Yeah.
hell?
Yeah.
That's really funny.
They don't call me Oof Patrol for nothing.
I thought he would get like a Lotus Sword, you know, especially against the Grimstroke, especially against the Co-op stuff. Yeah, ends up getting the Manta style.
Speaking of Manta
Still good
style,
item. Yeah,
FX has a Yasha.
Manta style. Yeah, I thought you
Yes.
were about to say FX has a Manta style. I'm like, okay, alright, boys,
Game's
let's,
over.
let's call it. Let's call it. You know, game's over.
Come on. I mean, I hopefully this game goes to Team Meow because I just want to see more Dota. You know?
Actually, yeah, same. I'm rooting for Team Meow this game. You see, like for Cat 5, they don't care. They don't want to make moves. They're like, the game will get easier for us.
Yeah.
It's
And-
a lot very similar to last game. I think like you put all your eggs into the FX basket and FX he will carry. I'm just honestly I'm really curious. Like because Shadow has Deso now, I think that Team Meow have to be making moves like. You know, the mid tier 1 is still up for Cat 5. You know, for example, you have Pepe, he has Chaotic Offering. You have spells, you can go. I'm just not too sure what they're waiting for right now.
Deso? Yep. Now
Yeah,
that
he has it.
nowadays,
Yeah, he has it on TA.
well, they're looking for smoke.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
What could they be looking to get? Well, you know what? I think
want to evade triangle. Use
Yeah.
Scan comes out.
they have to kill FX somehow. They have to slow down this Terrorblade.
it's not just like killing FX, right? Because you look at Cat 5, they have like almost all of their tier 1s.
Dude, you know what's horrible as well? Pushing into a Treant Protector. You know, just putting that casual armor and heal onto your towers.
Yeah, it's so hard.
Jesus.
The Treant is like, the Treant is enjoying life right now, yeah. He's like eating the curry puff. He's like, oh, leaving armor off cooldown, okay.
Illusion.
Let's look at that. Yep, net worth
Yeah,
chart
you
still kind of.
You see Team Meow, they really want to force this tower down, but you know, Shadow is not there.
And MN is just cutting waves.
Yeah, this guy,
This is so dog. Oh my days.
this guy's enjoying life right now, yeah. Pepe can't even do anything. He's like, oh my god, guys, there's a fucking tree in our, there's a tree living in our
Look at
bot
top,
lane.
look at top, look at top.
Look
Let's
at top
go.
lane. DP with the roll coming in. Will he catch FX? FX. Oh, diffuser comes. Oh. And the leash onto DP, but FX, he falls.
He falls.
Will they get anything out of this though for Cat 5? Shadow comes in. Oh, almost full to Zero's Universe. Chaos, he has to get out. Cat 5, they end up trading 2 for 2, but FX, he falls. Key kill right there.
Yep, I think that was a big kill for them. They somehow managed to stop that terribly. And you know what? That's especially important because he's just about to finish his Manta Star.
No, he has it. He literally has it.
Yeah.
It's on the courier.
Oh my days. 20-minute Manta Star Midas Dragonlance threads. Terribly.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, but Team Meow trying to take a page out of Category 5's books. Trying to sneak a cute little Roche while no one's looking.
Yeah, this is what their lineup does really well, right? You have TA, you have Warlock with the boys. Excuse me.
The dog, you mean.
Just forgot how to speak right there.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what they were looking for. Blink Deso coming out from TA.
Yeah.
This is where I think Team Meow 100% they have to make a move. They have to make a big move. You know, push down your objectives. You know, take fights. The game doesn't get easier, boys.
What if it gets easier for other reasons?
Like
FX stops playing with his monitor.
no, or like universe power outage. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Then what?
That'll be really unfortunate though. What a sad way to go. What a sad way
Is
to
it?
lose a game of Dota. You don't think so? I think it is.
Oh, Shadow is looking for some 3-on-3 action.
Yeah, he's...
No! Whoa! By a sliver of health.
Oh my god, that's so annoying, yeah. Like,
But hey, you know what? That's Overgrowth commented.
yeah, sure, but look at bot lane. Cat 5.
They know they know Train's TP'd home.
Yeah. Team Meow are the ones with ages. DP has to commit rolls. Hopefully, I think they catch Chaos. Oh, the dodge! Oh, Chaos, he gets out. I think Universe falls at least. Yeah. Oh, Chaos, he knows. Okay, he doesn't get out. Wait, oh my god, the oh, the Blade Mail almost killed Owlet. DP coming in with a fantastic game, yeah. Just catching everyone left, right, center.
Of course, it's DP.
Yeah,
He wants his cheeseburger.
That's not even funny anymore. I'm like done with the joke.
No. You're just not funny.
It's not a joke. Like, it's not even entertaining anymore for
What?
anyone involved.
It is for me.
Okay.
There we go. Twitch chat, let us know if that's still funny. Cause Justin salty, he have to give cheeseburger.
I'm not salty.
He's
and I'm
damn
not
salty.
giving it.
He's damn salty.
That's so
Oh,
lame.
DB catches MN.
Nah, I'm not even gonna cast this game. This is so lame.
Rubik catching out the Primal yet again. Oh, this is hilarious. DB godlike.
What is that
Oh,
chaotic
bro.
offering? Come on, brother. Oh, the tips comes out. Classic Aya. They catch FX though. FX has to. Oh, beautiful Sunday.
Big Thunder coming up.
Damage. Yeah, they do. Shadow is just sitting from low ground freely. And Aya is just. He gets out, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, FX is not gonna like this. He's been having
Yeah.
such a fantastic game, and you know he's just showed up to a few fights and just been instantly targeted.
Yeah, I think he's feeling like a bit of the pressure, like being forced to come to these fights.
I mean, as farmed as he is, I mean, predominantly on Terrorblade, you still do want your Skadi before you fight anything, do you?
Yeah, this is not the timing.
Well, but he's just about, 1/3 of the way through.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the game's not over. It's 7k goal deficit, but it's only 23 minutes in. It's not a lot of money. And we see Aya now. He's cooking. No, Aula is cooking. Wait, what? What the? What?
I was just fucking around with a blink. Oh my days! What's going on? What the hell?
These are like kills on 2 supports, right? I don't think it really matters.
I think it matters if they are hitting down your
Like-
tier 2, right?
Like Team Meow were about to kill the tier 2 anyway. It's just a little bit of the goal injection.
Yeah, but you know what? I think this works out in their favor. Like as you said, I think everyone knows, game's not gonna get easier. You have this massive Terrorblade that is gonna eventually come into the fight soon. So they're doing. I think that like on Team Meow, there's like a fire under their ass right now, telling them that they have to keep taking as many objectives as they possibly can.
Yeah, and they're going out high ground. You see Shadow just blinking like a complete madman. He has ages though, so he doesn't care.
Radiant's top tower is destroyed.
Okay, he's pushing out quite high. Tier 4, he's taking damage. Is he?
No,
Okay.
he's fine.
Aegis coming in.
Yeah, it is expiring, so it will be the end of Team Meow's push.
Yeah. In the meantime, we see Kraos just pushing in that top lane, desperate to get his BKB underway.
No, it's actually like Team Meow actually have to fix their lanes because top lane is getting shoved in. FX, he'll continuously shove out bottom.
It's one of the magics of just playing Terrorblade.
Yeah, it's really not that fun.
Yeah, and you know what? I think FX is honestly just a minute or two away from completing his Skadi, and then I think the real game starts.
Honestly, like, even with the Skadi, you can still tell your team like, okay guys, just if we can hold high ground, then I don't really have to join fights, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
See
yeah,
Albert
yeah.
clipping himself.
Oh, they see the Dawnbreaker.
Wait, they see Owlet. What the fuck? What is this?
She clipped herself.
Yeah. And we see bot lane though.
Yep.
3 calls coming in. So
'Cause Terror
Dawnbreaker
falls.
just getting caught up. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
this is the Dawnbreaker effect. You're like, okay, I have a global IT so I can farm anywhere. And then you get caught out and then you're like, sorry guys. Yeah, and this slows down the push heavily because Team Meow, they're really finding it hard to push high ground. Without Curse Terror, and it's gonna be impossible.
Yeah. Oh my god. And you know what? That's his Skadi completed.
Yeah, I'm looking for a butterfly right now. It's gonna be really hard for the TA to do anything to the Terrorblade.
Yeah, I mean, unless maybe Shadow picks up like an early, like some kind of MKB just to counteract that. But I think something that he's probably going to be looking at as well is the Aghanim shard for that silence onto the quad.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Could be really, really useful in some of these fights.
Tower's under attack.
Revenant's Brooch gives you True Strike, I believe. Still a really good item. Obviously, you can't hear me, so he's opting to pick up Daedalus, but
Maybe he's opting not to because it's bad.
yeah, but he's about to lose if he doesn't get it, I think. They really have to push up high ground. And the Terrorblade,
But without
you've
Roche?
you've not fixed the Terrorblade problem, yeah.
Tower's under attack.
What they need to do now is just choke out this map for Cat 5. Cat 5 are not allowed to get out of the map right now. I say that, but they just smoke out and they're like, okay guys, hello. They go catch Owlet though. Owlet is really out of position. Aya though, he jumps in. He should be fine. He has Blink, yeah. forcing DP
Oh,
to
but
use a bit of
DP
that role.
is-
Wait, this
DP
is
is
not good.
hell bent.
This is not good,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, but Aya survives.
Oh, the double bomb. Oh, Guardian coming in, overgrowth, and our chaos. He's free to run the fights, but he doesn't have BKB anymore. FX, he TP's back. I mean, you lose the Triumph, but you hold high ground. Oh, FX!
Oh,
Aya!
stolen overgrowth. What's happened?
Aya falls. Chaos, he good for FX. He's not able to join the fight. He doesn't have meta. 8 seconds.
But even then, he has 3 members down.
Yeah, I mean, this is a lane of Rex, I guess.
Oh my god, but dude, Rubik overgrowth steal, that
Yeah,
is
this-
disgusting.
And
Oh,
it's actually
wow.
it's not that easy for the tree to stop Rubik from stealing overgrowth because you don't have any like easy spells to cast in between. Wait,
Oh,
what
they're
the fuck?
going in, they're lunging in, they do not care. Oh, now backing out.
He's fine, lah.
Yeah,
He's fine.
this is good. Yeah. Well, if it helps them, El Roshan has woken up. He's returned
Yeah.
back to us. I think that's the next objective that both teams are gonna be keeping their eyes on. Yeah.
No. But if you're Cat 5, right, you really want to give them mega creeps so you can win the game.
Oh yeah. It's
Yeah.
guys, mega creeps biggest Jabit.
Yeah, because Jabit, yeah.
Just don't get mega creeps. It's
Yeah.
all Jabit.
You take 2 lanes of Rex, you don't take the last one, you could just go straight throne.
Yeah.
Oh, they catch FX, cause terror.
But where's the rest of his team?
No, they're coming. Chaos is
Oh,
forced to
Creo-
come and fight.
Oh,
Yeah,
he has meta.
Chaos. Oh, FX just turns on Curse Terror falls. FX, the mighty big bad Terrorblade, he's here. It could be Shadow gets getting caught right now though.
Oh, he sandals off the Grimstroke.
Oh, beautiful.
Rubik steal.
Oh no, now FX has to get out. Chaos is dead. Universe is dead. They kill Pepe at the back. Well, Aya does, but oh, now they have to
Comes
get
in.
out.
Oh dear.
And there's another trap waiting. Oh! Oh, FX is gonna fall. The tree is forced to buy back, but it's too little too late. No. FX falls again. For the 3rd time
Yeah.
this game. But
He does have buyback,
he
but
does
it would be
have
awful. Because that would cost him
Yeah.
his butterfly, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
That's
he
just
does
another
buyback,
lane of Rex,
but
I think, yeah. That's just
Yeah.
another lane of Rex. Now Team Meow have to be really careful though. You don't want to get megas. Because
Yeah,
you get
yeah.
eye will win. Yeah.
Megas is big, is Jabit.
Yeah. So if you're Team Meow, you get this lane, you go Roche, and then you go N.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the game was looking so good for Terrorblade because he was farming so well, and then he was just pressured to joining a few bad fights, and now it's looking really hard for him.
Yeah, but you know what? He's opting for the Silver Edge. Is he just opting
Probably
for
I think
damage?
just mobility in fights, I think.
Hmm.
Because right now, they're sort of like kiting him with the hammer, with the lift.
I probably need to give like another like shout out to like Owlet on the fucking Rubik just stealing the Scream of Pain. Jesus. Rubik's got some really good like spells. This game, like,
Yeah.
it's pretty unbelievable.
Okay, Chewy, guess the win percentage.
60-40.
No. Okay, click on it now.
Oh wow, it's like 80%.
It's like 90%.
Yeah, okay, but you know what happens when they take the if Team Meow takes like the mid lane of Rex, right? It immediately goes to like 30-70. Yeah, it's over. Cat 5 like insta wins.
Yeah, speaking of
Oh.
insta winning, they catch DP, but wow.
He's not
The
dying.
Dawnbreaker-
Massive
yeah, the
heals coming
Dawnbreaker-
out.
Solar Guardian just guarding my boy DP, but DP manages to go. Oh, the roll comes off. Costera, he falls. That's a dieback.
Yeah.
But FX, he's punching through DP. It's not enough. Oh my god, Owler, he brings in, catches FX.
Big Thunder coming out.
Big Thunder. Oh wow!
FX
it was
falls.
almost enough.
Oh, okay. Aya just manages to get out.
Yeah. Oh my god. The Owlet, the blink pulverized onto TV, just completely negating his damage.
Oh boy,
And
Dyer's
onto
God
TV
damn.
dies again.
Yeah. That can't feel good. And he has no buyback this time.
Yeah, he has no buyback, but no, that's good because now Team Meow, they're forced to take Megas.
Guys, don't take Megas. Don't take Megas. Just go for Tear
Guys,
Force.
guys, go please.
Megas your beat, bro. Megas your beat.
No, Cat 5 are just they're just so good at playing against Megas. Dota not working. What does that mean?
Warlock. Oh, for what? For Pepe. So, do you think it's salvageable for Cat 5? Okay, let's say they don't take mega creeps. Let's say they don't take mega creeps.
Okay,
Then
okay.
what?
Okay, serious talk. I think it's Team Meow's game to lose right now. Like, if you take Megas and then you just farm the lanes, like, how can you fight? Because you look at Kraos, his items have like really stagnated. You look at Aya, he's not
Yeah.
really doing that much, even with the Aghanims.
Yeah. Yeah,
like
and
there's
he's
so much
very, very far
sustain-
away.
Yeah, there's so much sustain coming out from the Solar Guardian. He rushed an X.
I think that was actually a really, really smart pickup from
Yeah, it's crazy. And it's super hits up.
the Curse Terror. Yeah, Curse Terror just really, really smart play. You know, he doesn't need that damage. He just needs to have that Solar Guardian sustain.
Yeah, exactly.
And the fact that the 5 of them could jump on DP and him
And
not
DP
dying.
survived. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's massive. Absolutely massive.
Okay. So Cat 5, they're baiting the melee Rex.
You gotta fortify them, their structures. Good work.
But they know, Cat
Okay.
5 knows.
Yeah. No, but Team Meow knows they can't take Megas.
No, Team Meow doesn't know. Look at Shadow. He's like, oh,
Okay.
oh,
Oh.
they catch Pepe. Pepe though, he's taking so long to fall. Pepe falls eventually.
Pepe falls.
But FX.
Oh, but they're on to
FX is on TV.
the shadow.
FX. Oh, beautiful. Soulbind comes out, but no
Soulbind
one
comes
falls. There's no
out.
follow-up. Oh, Overgrowth is false, but nothing comes out of it. FX, he doesn't die, but he doesn't do anything.
Oh no,
Team Meow, they eventually get Megas. This is where
Oh,
this is how
no.
they lose.
Yeah.
Oh, Kraos though, he's in. He's in. FX.
FX.
FX. FX is in. No, FX is out. The stolen pulverize is coming out to Rubik. Rubik falls.
But he's alone. Team Meow. Shadow's alone.
Shadow's alone. DP. He wants to save his boy. Wait, he's running. What? Oh, he falls eventually to the Inkswell. But DP just eating Kraos alive. Kraos though, he's just bait. Baiting DP in. DP, there's no way out. Swish, swash, swashbuckle. Oh, go. DP, he's the last member alive. He doesn't have any mana. He doesn't have any spells. He falls, surely. Not like this. DP, he falls. And this is what we spoke about. This is the Cat 5 Mega buff.
Yeah. I mean,
Wait, this is
Told you
crazy.
guys.
Like the moment Team Meow got Megas, Cat 5 just like instantly won the next fight.
yeah.
This you can't write this shit, yeah.
Look at it. That win probability is really dropping. Dude, I told you once they take Megas, it goes down.
Dude, what?
Oh no.
Guys, when you play against Cat 5, you can't get Megas.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something we mentioned in the pre-show for those of you who weren't here earlier. Cat 5 have had 2 games in the playoffs where they were against Megas and then they won. So yeah, so don't give Cat 5 Megas. You will lose. And I think this is where the game turns around. It's gonna be a 60-minute bloodbath.
Yeah. Oh, man, I don't know how this goes on because that was a TA with ages, but I think maybe DP got a little bit over eager, got separated from his team, and with the Warlock already did, you know.
Yeah, a little bit of a miscommunication there. I think they were just thinking, okay, let's get Megas, but then, you know, FX he still hits like a freaking truck, so can't just think about, you know, getting megas. You have to think, you know, I'm playing against 5 other people. Okay, lag coming in. Thing is, I'm not sure what SEAriAUS buys to salvage these games here, or like maybe like Aghanims? The break isn't great, but like if you have huge AoE damage against refraction, it's always very good.
Sorry, what are you talking about?
Oh, what SEAriAUS buys?
Oh,
I'm thinking like maybe Aghanims, but
I honestly think he buys hard.
oh, maybe.
You know.
Oh, but you also break the side blades, which is a lot of attack range. So yeah, maybe against the TA.
I mean, but
Consider the Aghanims.
TA has like Manta style though.
Yeah, but the break is like because there are so many instances of the freaking like the balls that come out. Like
Heart
for example,
refraction.
man. What are you
Side
talking
blades. Side blades.
about? Yeah, the break.
I don't think they care. Right?
It's quite a bit of attack range though. Like
But she has Dragonlance.
yeah, it's not just a farming tool. It's like positioning and all. But I'm just really curious to see what SEAriAUS ends up buying because it's not that clear. Obviously, I'm not a primal player as well, so
You're just a primal person. Like you got the caveman monkey. You got the caveman monkey brain, right?
I don't.
Like you see banana. Ho, ho, ho.
Banana.
You see, even Aya's laughing. They know.
Dude, shut the fuck up, Aya.
They know. I told you. Facts on facts, bro.
Speaking of the game not getting easier, right? I
Yeah.
actually think from now on, Meow's game doesn't get easier. Even with Megas, it's like they have like guys, we have no more objectives to take. Like
Yeah.
what can we do now?
You know what they should do? They should bait a fight somewhere around like just outside the high ground, so the
Yeah,
mega
yeah,
cubes
yeah.
can push in and just take objectives for them.
No, actually, yes, that's the play. They have to like go and win a fight right now. Wait, drop the rock! What? No! I think if Pepe drops the rock, he's dead. Oh, okay, but wait, no, TA wasn't there, so okay.
Yeah.
Just forcing a little blink out, a little panic.
Just the tip.
I'm still rating this like TA Revenant's Brooch though.
Oh. FXC's Dawnbreaker.
No, yeah, he's
Baits
like,
out. Oh, baits out the
BKB though.
BKB. Oh, that's kinda awful.
okay lah, but it's like 6-second BKB, who cares?
Okay. Dude, game has not gotten easier for them since they got Megas. What are they doing?
Dude, this is guys, this is gonna be
This is gonna be a 65-minute sweat fest.
yeah. SEAriAUS ends up opting to go for the hard though. I'm not that big of a fan, but I mean, they're gonna win the game anyway. You could buy anything.
Yeah. He could buy fucking Dagon, and they still win.
Then that's okay. Maybe not Dagon.
Why not? Dagon is so good. You get to use it, then you destroy one of TA's refractions.
oh fuck!
Like-
Shit, you're right.
Exactly. One less refraction to worry about. Isn't it like good?
Yeah. 100%.
Guys, please hire me.
FX. He found TB. He found TA.
Oh.
Excuse me.
You found the tea?
Oh, but Shadow, he's alone. It's a 1v1 man fight. Oh, SEAriAUS, he comes in. The rock's getting thrown out. DP. Oh no. Shadow, he gets out. Moon, not able to cast Overgrowth. Overgrowth's at the last second.
Just
gets
got
the
it at the last
DP.
second. Oh, but he can't
Pulverize
move.
all cooldown. Yeah. SEAriAUS, he can't do anything. He casts all his spells. But Aya, he's just trying to kill this Pepe down. And FX, he's just killing Costera. He's just killing Shadow. Shadow not dead yet. He manages to get out. Oh my god. Guys. The dream is alive. There's no stun. Oh. FX. FX is doing it. Oh my god, it's like. Cat
I
5
feel
are
like I've
coming
seen this
back.
before. I feel
Dude,
like
I've
I've seen
seen-
this before.
Every time
know-
I watch a Cat 5 game, it always looks like this.
Right.
Dude, this is.
Mega
really
Creep's
can't-
your bait.
You really can't write this shit, Like. How? Oh my gosh. And like, even if you look at buyback status, like. Cat 5 can afford to lose one fight. They have all buybacks. Well, almost. Apart from the Grimstroke. Universe. But it's like, the game is like closer than it actually looks. Guys, we're in for a slugfest. Not a slugfest. That was where I went yesterday. A slugfest.
I'm thinking in the meantime, even their tier 4s are still looking relatively healthy. And you're
Dude.
gonna have this trio and just buffing it up.
You're gonna have this Trion like randomly cutting waves. That's so annoying.
Yeah. Oh, what do you do? What do you do? And they have this Terrorblade just sending his illusions downfield.
Okay,
Ah.
but Team Meow are looking at Roche. This is how they end the game.
What they go up, they lose because they have megas, and then like category 5 wins.
Wait, they have
Yeah,
buybacks,
you're right.
right? Yeah, they have buybacks at least. Wait, no, they don't. Actually, only DP has buyback. So
Just got taken out by the radiant.
if I was Team Meow, I'll wait for buybacks. This is so sketchy.
Okay, but Shadow now has an MKB. Interesting. Oh,
So, obviously to counteract the FX butterfly.
they are smoked up, both Kraos and FX. Can they
If
find
both of
anyone?
them- if both of them just walk out, they can just get the Aegis and get out.
Yeah.
Obviously they don't, but yeah. Oh, Aya though.
Oh, Pepe is
Imagine-
really far up.
Yeah, but his team's behind him. Like
Yeah,
DP is
FX.
here. They don't really
FX is
wanna
here.
commit. Yeah,
Dude,
no,
they can't see
don't really wanna
FX is
commit.
here.
Yeah, oh my god. It doesn't have buyback, Pepe.
Bro, I told you this is how they lose.
Wait,
I told you, don't get mega creeps against category 5. Just go for tier 4s.
speaking of mega creeps, Chaos. Popping BKB.
Oh.
A little bit of a ED right there.
I'm just a little bit excited.
Yeah, a little bit.
Dude, but look at that. Terrorblade illusions are just stopping the mega creep push from coming in.
Yeah, it's just makaning. Oh my god. Dude, Team Meow have not won a fight since they got mega creeps. Yeah, this is actually kind of concerning.
Yeah. And the longer this game goes on, the more insignificant a 13k gold lead
No. Like
matters.
right now, the goal doesn't matter. Like it's
Yeah.
all like the items
Team
that
fight.
you buy. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping that,
Shadow is queuing up Arcane Blink.
okay.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
I know Yang is a really big fan of Arcane Blink. I'm not. On everything. He buys the freaking item on everything.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh.
this is-
They see him. They see FX.
No, but the Shadow Blade.
Yeah, they see him.
Yeah, they see him. Oh, he gets caught out. Does he fall? Surely he falls. Oh my god. Yeah, Solar Guardian forced to use. Okay.
Oh, radiant power is under
Oh. How did they spot him?
It's just they were smoked up and then their smoke popped top side.
I mean, not to worry. FX has buyback.
Yeah. This guy has no buyback, by the way, says Aya.
Okay. Aya just leaking some strats.
No, he literally the Terrorblade literally has buyback. What? Okay. Team Meow no lah. They just. Wait, but the Dawn isn't there. He doesn't have Solar Guardian. He has to run to his team. Yeah.
Well, they'll be more than happy to poke.
Yeah, they're poking. surely Terrorblade buys back. I don't see how they hold without Terrorblade. I mean, he has Blink.
Surely FX buys back, right?
Oh my god! It's the fucking living armor and the glyph lah. What the? He doesn't even have to buy back. What's this? Oh, the
Oh, they can't
Terrorblade buy
catch.
back. Overgrowth. Yes, Terrorblade buys back. He catches the backline. Outlet falls. Shadow, he's about to fall. Shadow fall. FX, he's just going off for the Terrorblade on Curse Terror. Excuse me. And FX, what are you doing, my brother? Hit people. Uni forced to buy back. MN forced to buy back.
FX going on Pepe.
FX? Yeah, Pepe falls. Okay. Wait,
In the
FX
meantime,
is in,
Adios just chasing after Curse Terror right on top wave.
Wait, this is what?
Solar
the-
Guardian back out.
Wait, look at FX. He's in. Oh my lord.
Oh
Outlet
my god,
just
there's a
get
Rubik
one
dieback.
shot.
There's a Rubik dieback.
Wait, FX is in like 1v5 mode right now. He doesn't even care what his team is playing.
Oh my god.
The
Dawnbreaker.
last hit! Yeah! And the DD bot. Wait, what? That looks so bad. I mean, FX obviously she has to commit buyback, but
What?
they get so much out of it. Like, now the Rubik dies back. The Dawnbreaker most likely will be forced to use buyback.
Yeah.
And FX secures the DD rune, so
Oh,
this, they go high ground with this.
This is fucking crazy, man.
Dude, this is so much damage.
I think TA buys bots now. Oh
she
no,
doesn't.
DP.
Oh,
Don't get caught out, DP.
yeah, he's fine. Yes, he's rolling.
Oh, Radiant's middle tower is
No, TA doesn't need bots. She has Aga, so she can always fly around the map. Aya is on defense duty though, so not the full Cat 5 squad. And FX is out, guys. You have to get out. FX is out.
Oh,
my god.
oh,
The
stun onto
communication
the
too.
Grimstroke.
Oh no.
Oh. No buyback on the Grimstroke. There is a buyback on Kraos though.
Yeah.
Oh, they find. Oh, they don't get man.
Yeah, no detection. It's okay. Checking in on the buyback status. Yeah, all of the Meow is buyback now. It's really, I don't honestly. We joke about the Megas buff, but I think this one's in the bag. Or
Potentially.
Herculean effort to just even like come back and make this game look close.
Oh, it's been a 48-minute slog fest. Wait,
Yeah,
what? DP just destroys MN?
Yeah, it's just full to 0 with Shadow there.
And the MN does not have buyback.
Yeah, MN doesn't have buyback.
Oh, FX is in! FX is in!
FX is in.
Chain stun.
Sunder.
Big heals coming out, Sunder!
He saw the Aya! No! Oh, the fear coming out! Curse Terror though. Forced to BKB. And Curse Terror, he's falling to the illusions of TB.
Shadow's also falling.
TB. Yeah, I mean, what is this? Aya gets out of Sleeper HP. And FX is back. He's regen. He has meta. He comes in. Oh,
Shadow falls!
DP! He's stunned up! He gets the swash out! He gets the swash out, he's fine. Oh my god. It's not over, guys!
You just have a naked ancient, right? Like, and it's still not over.
No, now there's only one objective left to take. Literally, there's only one objective left to take.
Yeah,
Oh
you know
my
what?
God.
Warlock just needs to get his refresher out. He throws 2 rocks down. He lets himself die. Put 6 golems on the ancient.
But the TV just shreds them. Ah.
If the TV is shredding the golems, then TA and the rest can hit the ancient.
That is true.
Everyone
But,
just by yeah. What?
Terrorblade has a Terror Wave now, so a lot of AoE control in the fights.
Okay, so I tell you what, everyone, right, just buy BKB. You buy BKB, you hit Ancient.
Yeah, the thing is, TA still doesn't have BKB, so I'm not sure what you swap out. Maybe a Desolator? I don't know.
Nah,
It's
I
so
don't
much
know either,
damage.
man.
Yeah, it's so much
Yeah.
damage.
Maybe you swap out the Hurricane Bike.
But then like you could argue like you're not doing damage when you're stunned. You know what I mean? So you might as well get a BKB. Oh my god.
How is the
Alright.
game not over?
Over under on game duration. I think it's like it's gonna be clearly over 60 minutes. Like no one has buyback now. For Team Meow side, they want to farm buybacks on DP and Shadow before they go.
Yeah.
I hope they do. That'll be a really stupid way to lose if you die without buyback. And the Roche situation, Roshan is indeed up. So yeah,
I think
Team
that's
Meow
actually I think that's the next objective, to be honest.
is the only objective. I mean, there's
I
no
mean-
reason to like run down mid like this.
It's a. I mean, it only makes sense if it's a Roshan with refresher in it.
What are you refreshing though?
Rock?
I think the idea is that because all of Team Meow has Aga. Lol.
Yeah.
Right, good call. Oh, look at FX bot. He's on the case. He's in 1v5 mode lah. Look at FX
Oh.
bot. Curse Terror. He's going to get caught out. Oh, he doesn't do enough damage. Oh, the leaf comes
Oh,
out.
is this
Outlet.
But
No,
oh, Castera's
no, it doesn't
fallen.
matter. This arms doesn't matter on TB. You make men. Oh my god. And the whole of Team Meow, they're chasing this freaking TB. It's like, wait, what the? Oh my god, FX. What am I watching? FX just getting away with murder right here.
Do they know that neither Rubik or Dawnbreaker?
I-
Oh, okay,
no,
Dawnbreaker
I-
has buyback.
No way like people are keeping tracks, yeah, because like I'm observing and casting the game and I don't know what's happening.
DA just needs to run into the Ancient and then just like 1v5 it. Just whack it with BKB. Right.
I don't know, yeah. Cause even then you're playing against Overgrowth.
And then you just Manta.
Yeah, but then like it's hard.
Just do it. Just do it. Just swap out your Monkey King bar. Psionic Trap to the Ancient when everyone's pushing. Oh, they're gonna get Roche. Oh, this could be big. This could be big for Cat 5.
Wait, this is crazy big, because I think it's the first roof they gotten.
Yes, it is the first Roche they've gotten.
Oh my lord. And it's Aga. For yes, Kratos the Aga! Oh, okay.
Dyer's Ancient's under attack. Oh!
Oh my lord.
Can someone please buy a Hex? Someone needs to Hex this Terrorblade.
Dude, someone needs to buy a Revenant's Brooch.
Shut up.
Dude, like you instantly, like, if you create, you full to zero him.
How about you go into Team Meow's comms right now and tell Shadow that?
No.
I'm not stopping you.
Nice. No.
Why?
That's not nice.
Oh. But I think the Shaq thing right now is like...
The goal is even, eh?
Yeah. I mean, but it doesn't matter, honestly. It's a fucking Terrorblade with a moonshot. With an Ethan moonshot. Swift Blink, Butterfly, Silver Edge, Manta.
The Terrorblade doesn't get any scarier than this though. So yeah, there is one thing to consider.
Yeah, most of the time because the game is over when Terrorblade gets here.
Yeah.
Ancient is full health.
Yeah, the Terrorblade can't buy you more items. Okay, other than the shard, of course. It gives you a lot of attack speed, so something to consider. I mean, you can't buy anything else.
Oh, they find Shadow!
Catch! Pulverize! On the fear! On the fear! And the second pulverize! Shadow! He's getting healed up by the Solar Guardian. It's enough! Shadow falls!
Oh shoot!
Oh, Costera though could fall very shortly. Rock gets dropped down. Oh, the double rock. DP rolling, but he's not doing enough.
He's just, oh my god.
Oh my god. And meanwhile, Moon is like, please, please, guys, don't take damage.
Oh my lord.
This game's not even over because Shadow is buyback.
You know what? If there was a game to send off this season, I'm very glad this is the game to do it. If it is, if it comes down to that.
I don't think it's over. Like, like, the game could go either way. Like, what the actual fuck?
Just, oh my god, it's how do you do this? Like when the only objective is the ancient, what do you do?
No, it's like the hardest
What?
objective. To be fair.
But there are no more towers.
Oh, that was a crazy catch on Shadows, yeah. Chaos coming in with the clutch pulverize. And he has a refresher
Yeah.
as well, so double pulverize coming in. They don't want to force it though.
Yeah,
You're just staying true to the strat, right? The game gets easier for you, so you don't have to force.
exactly. I mean, every single fight that they've won has been, you know, when they're pushing higher ground or when someone just caught out on their own side of the map. Why do bad things?
Yeah, why do bad things?
Yeah, Dota is simple. Don't do bad things, you win.
Oh, top side! Shadow! Oh, one shot, Universe. The psionic projection.
Shadow's
Oh.
kind of like trying to do the, you know,
He's
The-
doing the 1v5 now.
yeah.
It's like, okay, my team trash. I go 1v5. Which is like the same for FX, like, but he's been doing that for like the past 56 minutes.
You know what's the worst part? This doesn't really matter because they have buyback.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at all. It's... What really matters is if one team is forced to commit buyback and are also forced to take another fight after that. So, yeah, I don't know, man. The game could go on for a little while longer.
Yeah. But you know what? I think this Warlock refresher timing could, if we're still talking about timings, could still be very, very useful. You know
I mean,
that
Yeah,
it's a large AoE stun with
yeah,
four
it's a large AoE stun, of course.
like you kind of at least can try and ensure that the supports are taken out just from the Warlock from the golems alone.
Yeah.
Oh.
And these are support heroes that really like don't mind going into the late game. It's just supports that scale very well. The Rubik, the Warlock. Oh, Chaos though has to be careful. Oh, he has buyback though. He has buyback.
Yeah, but oh my god, it was right when his Aegis was consumed.
Yeah. It's so unfortunate the timing. Oh, they're hitting the throne.
Oh,
big
5-man
fear.
overgrowth. Refresher.
5-man overgrowth, 5-man field. FX.
Another overgrowth again.
Oh my god. FX is cooking. He kills. Oh, Outlet falls. Pepe falls. Shadow falls.
Mass
Most
buyback's
importantly-
coming out.
No,
on
but Shadow
Meow.
is buying back. Shadow is buying back. Getting back to the fight. FX is now. Oh, FX destroys Curse Terror.
DP.
DP has to buy. And DP has to buy. But Shadow, he was forced to buy back there. FX coming out with an ultra kill, destroying everyone.
Oh my days.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. Now the buybacks actually matter because Shadow bought back. He can't die. DP, he has buyback, but obviously...
Kraos
the
bought
money
back
is dead.
too.
Yeah, Kraos bought back too, but it's not a carry, you know. It's not FX.
You like, I mean, in the no flames at all because this is extremely high pressure situation and we're going to be all guilty of this. But just the lack of blue wards or dust allows
Yeah,
FX just to
100%.
walk right into the thick of the fight and just do whatever he wants.
Yeah, like FX, he only has to press one button, and that's Silver Edge.
Oh my days.
And this is what I was alluding to, right? The Silver Edge gives you so much, like, teamfight mobility. I don't think Meow will be forced to buy back unless FX hits throne.
Radiant's middle tower just got wrecked.
Yeah, he wants to force it, He has to. It is the only window. The Dawn buys back. DP not yet forced to buy back, but Shadow, what are you doing?
Shadow! Oh
Shadow!
my god.
No. Oh no, the lag detection. He coming in, Aya
He
comes in
falls!
with the AoE burst. Shadow is falling. Curse Terror, he's falling without buyback. DP, your team is dying. Can you please buy back and help them? Aya, where are you, haters? No one is hating on you. DP comes back. He buys back eventually, but oh wow, the game
Sounds like it's a little bit too late.
Oh my lord, what a crazy game to end off the SEAriAUS Dota Season 2. It looks all but over. Congratulations to Cat 5. Aya though, he has to be okay. I was really afraid that I spoke too soon there, but yeah. Oh, they catch DP. DP more than likely gonna fall here. Oh, not enough damage. Aya is alive. FX, he doesn't care. Look at FX, he doesn't even care. He's like, okay, fuck me, get out.
He wants this game over now.
And the
Oh
GG.
my days.
Oh, fucking noobs. What a crazy game.
Jesus. Wait, what have we just watched?
Dude, what? Cat 5 did it. They came back from Megas again. What's wrong with this team?
Do you guys like don't give them mega creeps. Like,
holy crap.
Yeah. Like don't give them mega creeps. Like I don't know what else to say. Don't give them mega creeps. You unlock the Super Saiyan mode.
Genuinely, you cannot write these shits, yeah. This crazy game. You know, commiserations to Team Meow. Obviously, they played so well, and at one point I really thought they were gonna take it home, but then FX bought. It was the Silver Age. FX bought the Silver Age, and then he's like, okay, game's over.
Yeah, so did I. Like it. I don't know. I just whatever we saw was just crazy, man. Like what a fucking fantastic game that we've just watched. Unfortunate that it had to it had to live up to the stereotype of not giving them mega creeps, but you know, category 5 have something special on their hands right here.
That was a crazy game. We were talking about it like jokingly all game, and then
Yeah.
then it happened. Like, oh my lord.
I mean, what a fucking great way to. I mean, just what a fantastic way for this season to close out. I can't believe we've seen it again. I think
Yeah.
what we also seen is like two of the very best teams go head to head with each other.
Yeah.
And give us this fantastic, entertaining game of Dota. You know, it's been a joy casting this.
Yeah. I want to do post-game interviews, but I think only for the losers. I mean, only for the winners, because you know, seeing that it's the last game of the season, I just want to give the winners the time to shine. You know.
Yeah, sure. Get them in.
Hello.
Hello.
He's well, okay.
El Creos.
El
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Yo,
So.
what's up?
I don't know what else to say. Don't give them mega creeps. You unlock the Super Saiyan mode. Yeah, sorry. So you're watching the stream now, innit?
Yeah, I'm watching it. Yeah, it's great.
So, firstly, obviously, congratulations.
Thank
You are the
you.
winners of season 2.
Nice.
I felt that both games you had you came into the game with a very good idea on how to win. You want to talk us through that?
Okay. Sure. What? So let's go to game 1. Let me pull it up right now. I'm looking at the draft, and my thoughts are. So, what do you want to ask about? There's a lot of things to talk about. Anything in particular?
All right. So, number 1 was the strat. FX, please carry us. Because it certainly looked like that.
As nice as that would have been, no, actually. So the strat actually was
we wanted to make a lot of moves around as 3 heroes. So I think it was like I told them, okay, we do Tide. I was expecting to actually win the Tide lane. We're gonna
right,
do
that
Tide.
was, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do the Tide and the Gyro pushing out lanes, and then Pango, Dazzle, and Spirit Breaker just go around like killing everybody. Because they actually have a lot of heroes that are really weak when we get on top of them. So
Yeah.
the idea was that we just walk around and we try and get at them. But obviously, the laning phase went like shit for the first game. So we had to turn it around and be like, okay, where's our net worth? Everybody say your net worth right now. And then we had to form a plan around that and eventually turn into a, yeah, okay, fine. FX, carry us, please. Yeah.
I mean,
So
yeah,
that's how
it
moved.
looked like Team Meow were really ahead, and then but it also looked like they were like on a timer, right? They had nothing for the gyrocopter. Bloodseeker, not the greatest matchup because it's a gyrocopter. He will stand there.
Actually,
Yeah.
I think it's not so much the timing thing. It's more of like you look at their heroes, right? They actually like to play in an area of control, but if they come into our area of control, they can't do anything. We have Pango Roll, we have Tide Ravage, we have Gyro like AoE spam, and then if I'm in position with Dazzle, I can just heal everybody up and make sure that they don't die.
Yeah, it
So
looks
every
like
fight,
game one. Yeah,
yeah.
excuse me.
Oh, sorry, you
Uh,
meant game 2?
No, in game one, it looked like Team Meow just had they like could never push high ground, especially against
Yes.
the gyro type.
Yeah, because that's what Gyro is really good at. It's really good at area control, and then you put the Gyro with a Dazzle, that makes it even more disgusting, in my opinion.
Yeah,
But
so
yes.
taking it back when we were watching the draft, Justin and I, we did suspect that that Tide was initially drafted in as a support, or was it for you guys like was it always meant to be on this playing on the off lane?
No, it was always offlane. It was more of just a lane pick, as well as the fact that I think Tide is just really good against both Night Stalker, Bloodseeker, and it's very hard to like for Venge to play if the only person she can swap in is the person showing who's a Tide. So it's like
Hmm.
Tide just makes it really hard for them to play, even if he's behind, just by nature of the hero.
Yeah, I mean,
Absolutely.
it certainly looked that way. Yeah, it's freaking crazy. Okay, no, but the game we really want to talk about is like game two.
Yeah.
Okay. So Shui and I were saying, right, that Team Meow shouldn't have gotten Megas. Because I believe once they got Megas, they never won a fight after that. I mean, it was close, obviously, but like, it felt like once they got Megas against you, they started losing every fight.
So what happened actually was that the moment, actually the last 2 racks were taken at the exact same minute, I think. And it just so happened that that minute I was saying like, oh, this just so happens to be the time where we are the strongest. And then when they took the racks, we actually won the fight because I think we had like some timing. I forgot what it was, but I remember that we just hit like all item timings in one shot and we definitely could have fought. And it just so happened that they took Megas. Also, I mean, I think also our team was like, fuck it, we've come back against Megas before. Let's just let it go and wait for an
Yeah.
opportunity.
Megas Rex are for bitches.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who needs
creeps for
Rex?
Who needs
Yeah.
creeps?
So
Uh,
I just need to ask you, like, you guys seem to thrive on mega creeps. Like, and losing your Rex. Like, what is it about you guys that somehow makes it like always makes it all the way to that point, and then somehow starts, I don't know, just constantly pulling the rabbit out of the hat.
I think it's just a bait. Like, it's really just a bait. The fact that we have Trian means that it's an area control thing, right? Like, if they come into our area of influence, I mean, this time they had a lot more area control spells. I think it's partly because they learned their lesson from the first game. But if they come too close into our base and we get the buybacks, we get the opportunity for the supports to show themselves, it's very easy. Every fight that they lost started with their supports dying. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Like, it was all that was always the case. So when they come into our base to push tier 4s, the supports have to come into the vision of the ancient. And that's, in my mind, that's the only reason.
Yeah. It really
They
looked
should have
like
just waited for the chorus to get jumped on, then the supports show themselves. In my opinion.
yeah. what really stood out to me was that once it looked like once FX got that silver edge, it felt like he could then start playing the game because before that he was just getting caught left, right, center. But
Yes.
getting the silver edge, running into the back lines, and obviously it's a high pressure situation. You're gonna forget to drop down sentries and detection, but well,
Mhm.
I think the
Yeah.
silver edge straight up won him the game. That it doesn't matter what item he
Yeah.
buys after that.
I think the pickoffs on Dawnbreaker were very important actually.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
the
it-
on the
Yeah.
side lanes, crazy.
100%. Yeah. It happened like 2-3 times, right?
Two times cleanly and one time very messily. And then
Yeah.
once we got baited into a massive like feet fest, but it was okay, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, but you know what they say? Invisibility is invincibility. So I'm
Yeah.
very glad that FX has shown that to be true today.
Yeah. I mean, I'm very sad that this is the last game we were gonna play. We should have brought it to a game 3 so we could get more games together. But I actually really enjoy playing with this team. I actually want to say I have to admit that the last game, like this last game, at about 30 minutes, I was already like, guys, I'm ready to GG out. And then I was like, no, fuck no, we can win. And then I was like, okay, you know what? Sure. I'm really mentally preparing to draw for game 3, but you guys can keep going. So.
Dude, I
But
mean,
shout out to
we're
my
taking a
team.
look when they took the second Roshan. Team Meow had a 95% win probability. You guys came back from that. And I think that's really, really impressive. Speaks to your character as a team as well. Just constantly coming back from the impossible or
I
like
think it's
dire
the
situations.
it's the 10 shouting,
Is the what?
It's the 10 shouting. Like you're not gonna call GG when someone is shouting at you. It's like guys, we can fucking do it. Like then like there's no way you calling GG.
Yeah. It's just a man, like be a man, and you're like, okay, fine. But yeah, thanks so much. Do you guys want to interview anybody else on my team? I'm sure they are all willing to talk and
Fuck
hang
it,
out.
bring them all in.
Yeah,
All
bring
right.
them.
Yeah,
Bring them
let's have
all
a
in.
party here. Yeah, bring them all in.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Bring them all in.
Ayo.
Hello, Chewy.
Oh my
What's up?
lord.
Oh my
What the
god.
I regret
Okay.
Apologies for that thing.
Yeah.
Apologies, it's a soundboard thing, yeah.
We just wanted to say a big congratulations to our champions, category 5, for
Hi guys.
Bro,
for
like
winning the
Kraus
entire
literally
season.
Oh my
said like
god.
GG, let them end on the last game.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true. It's
He
very
said
So
true.
like
yeah.
GG.
I was really
And I
preparing to
think
draft. I was like, guys, I want to draft already. I want to move, like, play with different heroes.
Okay. One question I have to Universe. In the last game, you were dead for a complete total of 10 minutes. What do you do in those 10 minutes?
I actually just sat there and there was a moment where I was actually it felt like I was a coach for some reason. Like making small calls or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, it kind of felt like that, being dead. I don't know, just staring at the screen, watching my team carry me. Like, okay, I thank God at least we won those fights. I get to
yeah,
I get to sit in my chair watching them carry me without having to like carry the burden of like I don't know carrying them instead.
yeah, and I wanna ask Aya, do you genuinely think the game was always winnable?
Yeah.
Because I heard
legit.
from Chaos, they wanted to GG out, and you're like, fuck no.
No, me and FX were just like fuck no. Like
Yeah,
we can defend Megas. We deal with Megas.
yeah.
So like,
Honestly, I
their
was
team fight,
I
their team
felt
fight is shit. So yeah.
honestly I felt like GGing, but as FX and Aya insisted, wow, I didn't actually expect to win, like literally.
You think it's the Mega Creeps buff?
It's the Mega Creeps buff, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
we feel this sort of adrenaline. We like go Super Saiyan mode, something like that. And, like we go mode sweaty. Yeah.
like when it's already on our high ground, like the Grim has an easier positioning to cast Soulbind on a rolling Pango, and I didn't, I'm not sure if I call it out, but we were saying like as long as Pango is Soulbinded and leashed, and then this TA is like what the fuck can TA do late game, right? It's gonna be a bit shit,
Yeah.
right? So as long as FX can free hit the Pango soul binded and just a TA, and then I'll take care of the supports and shit, and Primal be Primal. It felt winnable. I'll be honest. And
Yeah,
then
and the fact
and
the fact
also
that
we have Giant Overgrowth also for Pango roll. So yeah, it's
yeah, and the fact that they didn't get BKB, the Shadow and DP, they didn't get BKBs against me, and the fact that I felt really like more impactful that as a
Yeah, for
support
sure.
playing this. It was like it was freedom, you know. It felt so good to actually be able to cast spells and them not being able to retaliate because they didn't go for BKB. They were more like their cores are more scarier than the supports, and yeah, basically they're just underestimating the supports, and yeah, we have powerful spells too. Don't you underestimate us? Like holy shit.
I think I'm gonna pop a champagne and spray it on myself because I think I deserve a double champion. After all, I'm the one who subbed Team Meow in their winner upper bracket
Oh my god.
finals. I, I because there was a guy who tried to sub his Eric out. I don't know. I think Eric wasn't available, or they doubted Eric. Even though Eric carried them so hard, they had to put solar goals, completely unbalanced. They tried to make Team Meow lose, but no, I subbed in. I destroyed their quote unquote immortal sub. Easy fucking game, 2-1. And now Team Meow is now the grand finalist. Thanks to me, it's all me, all my effort, all mine. And now I'm going to spray champagne, make it rain on my ass. So because I think I deserve a double champion. Yes, thank you, TY. Yes.
Yeah, and all right, I think that's it. Once again, congratulations to Cat5. Anyone want to add anything on while
Do
the
you
stream
wanna
comes to a
actually?
short and yeah, FX. Oh,
Do you
it's
do, do, do you actually wanna know who throws like these two games?
okay, let's spill the tea.
Okay, so game one, it was the NP that played the worst, and after that is the Lina. And then the last game is
No, not
uh,
not not Lina. Okay, fine.
no
NP. Yeah, but Lina.
Lina played really bad. He just AFK 20 minutes and we hope he wins.
Oh,
But
where's your good sportsmanship?
I just sprouting facts. And the last game, I think we should have lost, but Warlock and Rubik has no defensive item, so we just win. Just kill both
Yeah,
of them and you just win.
that's true. Yeah. Even if they
Like
had good players, it's whatever.
if one of them have Glimmer or first staff, we would have lost the game. Like literally one Glimmer, one first staff, we would have lost.
I think they had Glimmer. What the fuck?
It's on the very last second because I can kill. Let's see. Yeah, 60 minutes in, he just has Glimmer.
Yeah, and he has an altering core, questionable. Alright, whatever.
But yes, I didn't play it well in this two games too.
Same here, same here.
So yeah.
DP's Pangolier was amazing actually.
Yeah. Okay. So, I think Justin and I personally probably would like to conclude this series and conclude this cast. We'd like to thank Category 5 for joining us here today. And we want to congratulate them as well for winning the series as Dota and, having this incredible knack of always coming back from mega creeps. Special shout out, obviously, to Team Meow again. I think they've had a wonderful run in the tournament. Both teams should be very, very proud of themselves. Both teams have played really, really well, and we saw that in these last two games. So, once again, congratulations to Category 5.
Yeah, and lastly,
Thank you,
also
thank you.
shout out to my boy Bugs. Yeah, so like me and Chewy, we just sit here and talk cock. Bugs is doing the production, and also shout out to
Oh,
Bugs.
thank you
and
so much, Bugs.
yeah, I
But
think with that,
Thanks,
yeah,
Bugs. Really
Thank you
stepping
so
up.
much, Bugs.
I I I
Ayo.
I do believe that the enemy team mid should have won. Like he was really good.
Oh,
But
DP?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean
DP is a fantastic
first game
player.
he was casting spells really well. It's just that his macros was quite off in the first 15 minutes. But yeah. He was insane, man.
Yeah.
yeah.
DP is really good, and shout out to our sponsor McDonald's.
What the
Thank you
fuck?
for providing us with
Fuck,
cheeseburgers during this
who's-
cast and everything. So we're really happy.
Justin,
Okay.
the burgers better be 24 same day delivery.
See you
No,
guys
no.
next season.
Shout out
Yeah.
also
See you guys.
shout out to our first two one of our founding members also, Sun Silicon and Wack. We also could have not done it without them too.
Yes, yes, for sure.
Yeah,
Those two
they
helped
were
us in
with.
our group stage. They were very amazing, positive vibes, and
Yeah.
pretty much it.
Shout out to that one guy who was fanboying me in in the Twitch stream.
Oh, shout out to PRKR also.
Oh no. Okay,
I-
alright.
Okay.
Oh,
We're done.
okay.
Alright.
Yeah, we're done.
Okay,
We're done.
okay. Last
Alright.
last one for the real one. Shout out to Chaos for carrying the entire tournament.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I actually
Chaos.
carried. I
Yeah,
actually
we love you,
carried.
Krails.
Thanks,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah,
I
special
got a
thanks to
great
Thank you
Krails
clip
too.
of
carrying me
Krails
as well.
dying again and again.
I'm. Are you flaming Chaos?
Gonna see the
Alright, guys, we
ice
done. We'll talk about this off
Special-
stream. Alright.
Yeah.
Special thanks to Krails for assembling back the team even when the team was in shambles because FX was a shit captain, shit drafter, shit
What the fuck?
shit captain, shit drafter, shit everything. Only plays carry, only thinks for himself. Fucking selfish moron. Just thinks of himself,
Ay,
and he
ay,
thinks he lives
ay.
in a first world country.
Alright,
Wait,
kick
no,
this
you don't
bitch,
live in a
kick this
first world
bitch.
Okay, guys.
Hey, I'm
Alright.
just-
For real,
Boxing
for real.
match
Let's
right
end it
now.
right now.
And the stream before Aya says more
Alright,
more
I'm
gruel
ending the
shit.
stream. 3, 2, 1.
N-word,
Thanks everybody.
N-word,
Goodbye.
N-word, N-word,
Congrats.
Bye guys, bye
bye,
guys.
bye, bye, bye,
Bye bye
bye,
bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.